tired. I've been on this plantation all my life. I've been enslaved all my life. I'm tired of being pushed and pulled. I'm tired of the master doing his bidding. I want to leave.
You're doing this to yourself, Pat.
You know why we're not afraid? What? He's great and terrible. Terrible is destruction. Y'all think it come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying, yes, we can. No justice, no peace. Go! Fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog. I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. Oh! Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that fall. They stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker Jewish. We lords. Generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say Jacob gon' take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my sharecrop. This lily grew through concrete. We march to our own drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped up for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives no red dot that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out, put the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting. Of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat fashioned. In the trap we escaped, our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk, let my people go, cause it's my battle cry.
All right, family. Shalom, Most High bless. Thank y'all for FL People's Edification. Thank y'all. We got a wonderful show lined up for y'all tonight. I know it's been a while since we've been on live, but myself been busy. So has other Qanath. And we got a beautiful show. Queen Naphtali in the building. About to drop some scholarship. Shalom to everybody out there. King Judah, big salute, bro. Sinetta, shalom, most high bless. Elder Midwest Judite, Mika, shalom, sister, peace to you. Professor Lovely Lady, shalom, most high bless, queen. Everybody that's in the building, Rashad, the G group, shalom, most high bless. Tell out here, moderator, Star and Lima. I know y'all be on soon. If y'all watching, shalom, peace and love. Weezy, one love, shalom, queen, most high bless. Always a pleasure seeing Weezy, one love in the building. Shalom, everybody. Shalom to my brother Obino. Shalom. Go ahead, Elder Qanath.
I don't know if y'all can hear me. I went internet still slow, so forgive me. I probably can't say as much as I want to say because trust me, it's a lot I want to say. I apologize. I've been off. I've been taking care of some business. We might drop some information at the end of the show. If I can't do it, maybe Naphtali can speak on it briefly about things that we had planned outside of the country, you know. So, but we're going to go in tonight on a lot of big dummies, right? You know, that's the title of the show. You know, we're going to destroy the big dummy doctrine, the big dummy religion that a lot of people speak on, you know. And that song was called Battle Cry. We say Pharaoh or the white man let our people go. In other words, we're going to say we love them, but the conscious community or so-called conscious community let our people go, right? So that's what we're going to speak on tonight, the big dummies. So I want to open this up just for a little humor in the room, right? Because this is a video that's dedicated, dear brother, the what they call themselves, the pseudo killers or whatever they call themselves, right? But we're going to show the hypocrisy and the dumbness and what this man believed in, and the double tongue and what he believed in. But before we do that, I'm going to read the scripture. This Proverbs 1:7. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. I'm going to read it to you again. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Knowledge. That's how you get knowledge. You got to fear the Most High. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. So Shashan, play that beautiful videotape of our dear brother, West, obviously, because he said he's not a scientist and it's proven in the things that we're going to show tonight. So can you please play that video footage of our dear brother, West, singing to the conscious community?
I'm a dummy. My IQ is low and my grades are crummy. I'm behind in arithmetic. My science project made me sick. I haven't learned much history because the book's too hard to read. Because I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I put garbage in my tummy. My diet's bad and my blood is dirty. I feel 60, but I'm 30. My wife's sweet, but I abuse her. Too bad she married such a loser, 'cause I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy.
Play that again.
I'm a dummy. Where I work, they treat me crummy. My mind has been destroyed. I'm unfit to be employed. I'm not psychotic or insane. I just have a big fat brain. I'm a dummy.
Play it again. Yes, he is. Play
yes,
that again.
he is the biggest dummy.
The
biggest dummy. Yes. The dummy award goes to him. Yes.
That's right.
I'm a dummy. My IQ is low and my grades are crummy. I'm behind in arithmetic. My science project made me sick. I haven't learned much history because the book's too hard to read. Because I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I put garbage in my tummy. My diet's bad and my blood is dirty. I feel 60, but I'm 30. My wife's sweet, but I abuse her. Too bad she married such a loser, 'cause I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. Where I work, they treat me crummy. My mind has been destroyed. I'm unfit to be employed. I'm not psychotic or insane. I just have a big, fat, lazy brain. I'm a dummy.
Wow, again, the biggest dummy out there. But I want to say shalom and most high bless everybody out there in the chat. Yes, I'm coming through with the smoke today. Why am I coming through with the smoke? Here, share my screen real quick, Sharshay. I'm coming through with the smoke, not only because you know, of course, you know, we represent the Most High and we want to make sure we preserve his word. But right here, I've been made public enemy #1. Yes, guys, that's me. They say Pseudo Teacher of the Year award goes to Naphtali, Israel. Congratulations. She is also on the run. If you see this individual on YouTube teaching, notify your local pseudo killer office. She's being hunted down for teaching that the earth is 3,000 years old, which is the lie. I never said the earth was 3,000 years old. They say the Bible taught the Big Bang Theory. It does. It says humans popped out of the dirt without evolving and women jumped out of the ribs. They want to make it sound crazy like the humans dropped out of the dirt, but you teach that fish jumped out of the water and then transformed into humans. Transformed into different creatures, which then eventually transformed into a monkey or some form of transitional fossil living being, whatever. This is what they teach, right? But this what we teach sounds crazy, right? Then it says the Bible has no mistakes, which it does not, and geology is not real, which I never said. And it says, last but not least, bringing discredited European creation science. But they want to utilize the word European, but the person who coined this whole Darwinism, this whole evolution, was by a racist European, very racist. And we're going to touch on that. But I just wanted to showcase that real quick and just say shalom and say most high bless to you guys. You want to say anything, Elder Qanath?
No, go for it because I'm lagging. I bought this Ethernet cord and I'm sure I'm still running behind. So go ahead. Share a lot of stuff. If I catch up, then hopefully I can play it. But go ahead, Neff. You can go ahead.
Okay, you sound fine right now, but if you need to call us and we can, you sounding okay right now. So I don't know, if you want, do you have anything you want to say? If not, then I could just go on.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, did you have anything you wanted to say, Sharsham, or you good?
You know what? I'm about to look for Qanath stuff. So you can go ahead and start, sis. I'm gonna just sit back, and if you need me to do whatever, share whatever, I'm gonna be right here for a minute. So I'm gonna get his stuff together. So go ahead.
I do have one thing I want to say. When y'all saw the intro of Unc West being a big dummy, and y'all saw the big white man, the old white man, that's his God, right? In the video that he done, that's his God, and he said that man cannot be refuted, right? And I got the evidence showing where the other scholars refuted him, and he went back and changed his mind and tried to find another doctrine, and his doctrine is Darwin theory, right? That's his doctrine. The guy that he believed in, this whatever religion he believed. I don't know if he was Catholic, Methodist, whatever he was. I done research on him. I guess I do, right? But this man believed in the Big Bang theory, right? He believed in philosophy, right? And the other scientists and scholars proved him wrong, and he ended up agreeing with him. I have all this information, right? He took this man to God.
I got everything you sent me pulled up now.
Okay. What I'm gonna call the bar because I'm need to read some of this stuff for me. But go ahead, Neff.
Okay.
You go ahead and let's Neff. I think I sent it to you too, Neff. But go ahead and do your thing.
All right, guys, let's go.
Go ahead,
So I'm getting ready to present my screen, and I'm getting ready to start. I prepared a little something. I'm not going to go in too long because we're going to, this is just having a little fun today. But let me go ahead and share my entire screen.
Shalom, Sister Nandy. Most are blessed.
Yes, and shalom to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting us.
Hold on, Naphtali. I'll share it when you put your right screen up because you got the stream. You're sharing the screen, y'all. There you go. Okay.
All right, can you see my screen?
Yep, you good.
All right, guys. So I like to start off with this scripture. Qanath, he started off with a really good scripture, but this one also is just to let me back off of that. Psalms 14:1. It says, "The fool has said in his heart that there is no God." So the Most High, like the Most High has said, there is nothing new under the sun. This whole theory of saying that there is no God, all this stuff, this new philosophy that they're thinking that they're bringing to the table, is nothing new. The Most High already knew that. I guess back in those times, they were trying to say that there was no God. And that's why the Most High says here that the fool have said in his heart that there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. And I say this, I believe the Bible to be the true and the authentic word of the Most High God. And I also believe that the Most High should get credit and all the glory for his creation. And that's a fact, right? Nothing else, nothing less, nothing more. He should just get all the glory.
Con, I agree.
Let's go.
Because we can't create anything.
No. And then by just looking at how things are created, to the simplest of things, there's always some form of designer who has created it. Somebody like with the laptops, the speakers, anything that you're using, small down to a toothpick was invented by someone. So why wouldn't, something that's like us being created, you know what I'm saying? Why would we evolve, But
right. Like we can't create something out of nothing. Like you just can't create something and
nothing.
Like something new that nobody never seen before. A whole new creation, man. Everything we on this earth, if you don't take something that's already on this planet, you creating something out of something that's already here that's been formed.
Facts. The fact that they want to say that non-life came out of
let it go in.
Life
let it
came
go
out
in.
of
Let it
non-life,
flow.
So that's facts. Inanimate objects created and spawns. The cell is so complex, right? And the reason why this is so important, we understand that it's important to have a relationship with the Most High. But guess what? This science is starting, this so-called science is starting to make its rounds because people are wanting to be more intelligent. So here we have Stephen Hawking, who was considered to be, very smart, right? And they said, and Stephen Hawking says in the final book he says, there's no possibility of God in our universe. He says, I think the universe was spontaneously created out of nothing, according to the laws of science. It says, Hawking, who died in March, wrote, if you accept as I do, the laws of nature are fixed, then it doesn't take long to ask, what role is there for God? Now, Stephen Hawking was regarded as one of the most brilliant theoretical physicists in history. So a lot of us are looking at these people or looking at, trying to educate her.
I don't mean to interrupt you, right?
No, go ahead. Let's do it. Let's flow.
He said that, right? But why that nigga couldn't heal himself? He was cursed on this earth with a crook body, could barely speak and had shit around his head. The man was completely fucked up. But he don't believe in a God. But he couldn't heal himself. He couldn't heal himself. He couldn't fix his body. Please.
He couldn't do nothing to help himself. He just was miserable.
Exactly. Look how he had to live his life. He had to live his life. But
that's what the problem was.
Come on.
He ain't fooling nobody, right? But this is what it is that he's considered to be one of the most brilliant theoretical physicists in history. So people are looking at this and going like, well, this man is so brilliant. He's so smart and so educated. And they say his works on the origins and structure of the universe, from the Big Bang to the black holes, it says revolutionized the field, while his best-selling books have appealed to readers who may not have Hawking's scientific background. So a lot of us, us as just Black people and just as us in general want to get more educated. We want to, expand our horizons, because they always deem and accredit people who are religious to be people who don't have very much knowledge. But like Qanath said, knowledge begins with the Most High. It starts with Him. That's how you attain it. That's how you acquire it. Knowledge comes from the gods. That's a fact. And all civilizations have accredited. Now it may not be the Most High God, but they have accredited a God to giving them their knowledge. And the thing is that is found all throughout history. But these people here are trying to change the narrative of that. Here we have Richard Dawkins, and it says that Richard Dawkins, he's saying that this God is a pernicious delusion. The existence of God is a scientific hypothesis. The religious claim of an interventionist God who answers prayers leads to a very different world from one without such a God. If God communicated with humans, the fact would not lie outside of science. So he's saying that God is a delusion. It's a delusion to believe in God. So a lot of our people are looking into this information because these people are considered to be accredited with knowledge and information. But the truth is, these people are just unhappy and they're just miserable. They just are mad at the Most High, right? So this is the number one reason. It says science is a fact, not a belief. A lot of us was taught that science is the search for truth and knowledge. Originality and autonomy are its lifeblood. Science only becomes science by a bona fide treatment of data, facts, and intellectual property. This is what a lot of us were taught. We were taught that science is the pursuit of truth, and that everything that they're doing in science is that they're proving it by, the scientific method and all of that. But I want you to play a clip for me, Sharsham. Let's hear what Ankn has to say about what science actually is. You need me to stop sharing my...
With your beliefs. That's crazy. Science is not a belief. Like we're sitting here not even understanding science. Science works with approximations. Science is not interested in finding the truth. Science is not interested in finding the truth. We will leave that for all the religions around planet Earth, and they all claim to have the truth. So approximations, it's approximate. It leaves room.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys hear that? So right here, this is a huge contradiction. Remember, this right here says that science is the search for truth and knowledge. But we just heard Ankn, who just said that science is not on the search for truth. It's not about the truth.
If you want me to.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Sharsham?
I said I'll play it again if you want me to.
Yes, play it again, please, because I want people to make sure they catch what he's saying and how it contradicts with what we were taught originally.
With your beliefs. That's crazy. Science is not a belief. Like we're sitting here not even understanding science. Science works with approximations. Science is not interested in finding the truth. Science is not interested in finding the truth. We will leave that for all the religions around planet Earth.
So science is not interested in finding the truth. But you tell that to people who go to, math, and when you hear about science, you think about, STEAM. They teach science, technology, engineering, arithmetic, mathematics, all this stuff. They teach it as if it's like math, like when you get 1 + 1, it always is 2, right? But the thing is that that's not what's going on with science. And they're actually changing the definition of what science is, because they're starting to be more realistic and say, hey, well, we're not about the truth. We're trying to get approximations. But guess what? We're seeing that the Generation Z, which is our new generation, right? The new generation, they're twice as likely as adults to say that they are atheists. Atheism is on the rise. And the generation that's coming up behind us, our youth, are becoming more atheist. They're saying that there is no God. Because remember, we believe that science was the truth, right? And religion is belief. But what Ankn said was that, hey, science is not the truth. But we see in our generation, our next generation are going atheist. Right here in the Essence magazine, they say the number of Black atheists is on the rise in America. Are you tolerant of non-believers? Right here, Black people are putting down the Bible and they're uplifting this atheism because people are in search of truth. That's what people want. They want the truth, and people saying that science is the truth. But why is Ankn saying that it's not? Because here's why. This is according to Forbes. It says, and all our models and their theories are representations of approximations of reality as we see it. So remember, he said that it's approximations. So what does that mean? It says the biggest giveaway is that the scientific theories change with time. As we acquire new information or new data, we have to update all of our beliefs. And how can a belief be true if it is subject to change at a moment's notice? So right here, they're letting you know they're having nothing but beliefs, and these beliefs are changing as the you heard this word belief, right? Belief should not be in something called science. Science is the pursuit of knowledge, of course, but when you actually utilize science the way it's supposed to be utilized, it actually comes out like, you know, with some truths, ironclad truths, when you can observe the science. But this science that they're getting into is belief. And they're saying right here, when we have to update all our beliefs, and how can a belief be true if it's subjected to change at a moment's notice? Science represents reality, and we try to be as faithful and as accurate as possible so we can get an ever deeper and ever more fundamental understanding of the way of the world works. This person says, I'm not the one to tell you what the truth is, and neither are scientists, at least when it comes to speaking about science. We know what we know about the universe through observation, and those observations are flawed. So this person right here lets you know that their observations are flawed and are subject to bias and interpretations and experimental uncertainty. And yes, some observations can be flat out wrong and will later be corrected or updated in the future. Now, I thank and congratulate this person here for being honest in this article. And Ankn actually is saying this same exact thing here. But the problem is that's not what was taught 5-6 years ago. They taught science as like when I showed you in that first, and let me go back to that because I'm going to show you guys again. Let me go back to that slide. Right here. Science is a fact, not a belief. Science is the search for truth and knowledge. But hold on. But when you go here, it says it's a contradiction. What Ankn say, it's not about the truth. It's about approximations. So what is the definition of approximations? Approximation says a thing that is similar to something else, but is not exactly the same. It says a value or a quantity that is nearly, but not exactly correct. It's an estimate. What does an estimate mean? It means that it's a chance that this could be right? So you go, let's say you're going to get your car fixed and they give you an estimate of how much it may cost over the phone. But when you get there, it's flat, it's a whole nother number. Now, why is this such a big deal? Because as I just showed you, a lot of our youth are putting down the Bible, and they're picking up this so-called science because remember, they told us that science is not a belief, it's a fact. But now we're seeing that, hold on, it's an approximation. Hold on, it's an approximation.
Thorne's theory was wrong, though.
Of course his theory is.
Lucy wasn't a fact. You know what I mean? And I haven't seen no man marry an ape yet, and an ape marry a man. You know what I mean? And then even with the whole missing link stuff they was talking about, like a lot of that stuff is just foolish concepts to me. Nobody is messing with no chimpanzee. A chimpanzee will rip your face off, rip your scalp you. You know what I mean? Like some of the stuff is just crazy, man. Like, you know, we be related to banana peels and all that kind of shit. I don't understand it.
Facts. I don't understand it either. And my thing is why do they want to pick? They say it's like, well, it's not an ape, it's a ancestor of an ape, or or hominid or whatever. The thing is that we don't see any of that evidence of it happening now. You know, how did these apes that left Africa, how did they get over here to the Americas? Because there's apes over here. So the thing is, it's like there's a lot of unanswered questions that they don't have responses for. But their thing is that, well, we're still trying to figure it out. No. We don't have time for that. Especially when, remember I talked to you guys about the Generation Z putting down their Bibles and they're picking up evolution, right?
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Gen Z is also waging a battle against depression, addiction, and hopelessness. They say for people ages 10 to 24, the suicide rate increased almost 60% between 2007 and 2018. They say, according to the Center of Disease Control, Emergency Department visits for suspected suicide attempts among adolescents rose 31% from 2019 to 2020. The CDC also reported, during a crisis of this magnitude, inertia is our worst enemy. That's not a coincidence, is it? They put your Bibles down there. They're saying that there's a rise in atheism, and now there's a rise in suicide. What's up with that?
Right. See, my thing is, okay, you could not believe in a higher power if you want to, right? Or then some people who are atheists will say, well, I am God, I am the creator. But then why you die? Why you die then? Why you don't live forever if you're the creator of all these different paradigms and universes and stuff that you believe in your head, and you can't do none of it? You know what I'm saying? Why you under subjection to rule? Why you a slave? Why your people slaves if we gods? You know what I mean? Like, give us a reason why. Like, we know why we in the condition we in. You know, we know what our books say, that we are gods, but we are die like men. So we know what our ancestors wrote for us in our scriptures.
That's
but
right.
You can't give us an excuse on why. You know what I'm saying? And if you are God and you created all and we did all this, then why can't you go and control the lion in the cage that's willing to eat your ass? If you created it or you formed it in your mind or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or you got all these different powers or beliefs, and we close to all these different animals. Why can't we control them if we the gods and the creators of all things on this planet? Because a man can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't stronger than an ape. We ain't stronger than a monkey. You feel me? You got some of these big bulls that can maul you and kill you, depending on how strong their bodies are. So, you know, if we supposed to be the most intelligent beings of the planet, and this is what I'm trying to say, we live in a world within worlds. We cannot live in the sea world. The world of the sea with different whales, sharks, different species, poisonous fish. We cannot live in that world. The world of the insects, that's a totally different world. We cannot live in that world. We live in a world within worlds. The world of the fowls of the air with the birds, how they live, we cannot live in that world. So how are we a God if we can't even experience all these worlds that's created in this world that we live in? When you fly, you see the clouds in the air, that's a different world. It looks like a different place when you up 50, 60,000 feet looking in the sky and looking out the window. It looks nothing like what you see when we on the ground, on the surface world. So some of the stuff and the way that people talk, it's just strange to me, because I'm like, well, we can visit these worlds, but we didn't create these worlds. That's and we can't even live in these worlds or be a part of these worlds because of the kind of species that we are. So I don't get it, like with the whole thing about, you know, the whole I don't believe in God thing. And that white guy who they claim that's so smart, I could see why he wouldn't believe in God. Look at him. He was finished from the jump. Finished. But go ahead, sis.
All right. So, like I showed you right there, Gen Z is battling against depression, right? And then here we have the University of Houston. Suicide rates have increased dramatically among African Americans. Remember, guys, at the beginning, I showcased how Black people are now becoming more atheists. Well, guess what? We're committing suicide. And that's not even a Black thing, right? That's not even our thing. Even during slavery time, we didn't commit suicide like that because we always had a purpose, right? We always had a goal. But when you eliminate God out of your life, it eliminates your purpose. You don't have any purpose. You have nothing. And like I said, the scriptures spoke to us.
got
Okay, well, we're gonna wait to see if Qanath gonna come back. But right here, it tells you suicide rates have increased dramatically among African Americans. It says over the last decade, suicide rates in the United States have increased dramatically among racial and ethnic minorities and Black Americans in particularly. Suicide deaths occur across the lifespan and have increased for Black youth, but the highest rate of death is among Black Americans aged 25 to 34 years of age. So yeah, with this so-called awakening, the so-called knowledge, the so-called information, right here we see it's taking a turn. It's taking a toll. If knowledge is, if you're increasing information and we're getting all this knowledge and we're getting smarter, we're supposed to be all this and all that, then why are we killing ourselves at an alarming rate? Okay, that right there doesn't make any sense. So anyway, I have another clip I want to show. I don't think you guys have it, so let me stop sharing my screen and I'm gonna share another screen here because these people here. Again, these people are professing themselves wise and became fools. They're not very smart and they're not very intelligent. They're teaching you about approximations. They're telling you to put down your God, but there is no proof to discredit your God. And then on top of that, there's no proof to credit the information that they have. It's just a mess and it's just a flop. So let me get prepared, and you guys can take over while I get this clip up real quick. Just a second. Let me stop sharing my screen. Oops. Because I want to showcase something that they're also saying. So go ahead. Let me get something set up real quick.
Qanath, you there? These guys with these comments, boy, it's hilarious. Y'all committed pseudo-suicide. Well, if that's how you feel about that, you need to prove to me that you're a God, since you don't believe a God. Why you niggas can't heal yourself? Why y'all can't get yourselves out of captivity? Why you can't do better? Prove to me that there's no gods or any type of spiritual divine that people can use. Sure, just log off, brother. Listen, if panel will be open, we can discuss it, Kent. I ain't got no problem. But trust me, man, I'm stuck on my square. Ain't nobody in any type of belief can knock me off on anything that y'all believe. That shit I don't care about that. What you don't believe, or you thinking that you can go against the Bible, come up with a million verses, say this, say that, and thinking that's going to discourage me from believing what I believe in. I'm hard stuck on knowing who I am. And I don't give a damn about no pseudoscience, no monkeys and apes and people coming from bananas and chimpanzees. For all that, y'all should go have sex with monkeys if y'all believe that these are our brothers and sisters and we fellow beings. Why y'all don't have family reunions with them? Why y'all niggas ain't mating with them and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't doing none of that kind of behavior. But you telling people that they crazy. People been studying and believing in.
Jam, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you out.
Okay, am I lagging real bad?
No, you good.
Okay, this is what I want to say, right? We about to bring out something, right? Because I'm gonna prove that his grandmaster teacher is a white man, right? His grandmaster teacher is a white man, and we're gonna prove his grand teacher is wrong, right? So far, Naphtali doing a good job shutting them down. You know what I mean? And she's gonna continue to go in, you know, but. Overall, this is not to slander or anything, right? But everybody that's listening and that was on that show last night and all the crap that this dude been talking, Naphtali, you done scared him because on the show that he was on last night on Saturday of the show, he's trying to get somebody else now to debate you. He's trying to get somebody else now to fill in his shoes because now he didn't some shoes or he didn't step in some drawers that's too big for his ass, right? So now he's trying to go someplace else. Most High bless Arlene and everybody in the chat I missed. You know, now he's trying to run and get somebody else, you know, in the line of fire. But issue is going to get you. Is going to get you. So we're going to let you finish because I got to bring out something too. I may need something for me, Naphtali, because my brother Dex doing something. We got a meeting after the show about we'll be planning on doing this something serious. So go ahead, so you can finish going in.
Oh yeah, I'm
That's
just
right.
getting started. I'm just
True.
getting
You're welcome.
started.
Come on,
So
Tupac.
I'm just getting started. But let me go ahead and share this right here, guys. So
Mhm.
we just getting started. We're gonna go in. I just was sharing some little statistics with you. But let me go ahead and share this clip with y'all. Can you see my screen?
Yep, you up, sis.
All right, let's go.
I mean, but she did say dinosaurs are dragons.
What? Man,
She said dinosaurs are dragons.
The human concept of dinosaurs. The human concept of dinosaurs. They never saw a dinosaur. So their only equivalent that they could make was with reptiles. So you could mystify reptiles, but you never had a dinosaur.
Oh, I'm not making that up, bro.
Get that clip and prove that, though. You ain't say that. I ain't seen that.
She said dinosaurs are dragons. I'm gonna have Craig pull it up. For you tomorrow.
No, sir. I'm not gonna let you talk about this. No, sir.
Yo, I'm not making it up. Look in the chat. Look in the chat. Didn't she say dinosaurs are dragons, y'all?
Sabian, I'm not playing with you, bro.
Come on, chat. Come on. Don't do this. Didn't she say that yesterday? I'm not making it up.
So we got Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber. We got Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber.
Dinosaurs are dragons.
Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber, right? We got the Three Stooges up here, and these are the people that's teaching you, right? Because they thinking that, they looking at everything from what they've been taught. They don't want to look at, they look at everything at what these so-called white man has said, right? They started with the white man's science. They start off with what he brought to the table, and they think that's it. Everything else that's historically, that's ancient, that's been spoke on, that's been taught about in the ancient world is considered to be laughable. But I want to showcase something to you guys real quick. So they laughing at me, they talking about me, and they're very foolish, again, just real sad about the dragons and the dinosaurs, right? So let's take a look and see what does that mean exactly. Let me share my screen. All right. Qanath, you can accept it for me. Okay. Now, dinosaurs. The word dinosaurs is a new word. Very new. 1841. It says Sir Richard Owen came up with the name dinosaur in 1841 to describe the fossil of extinct reptiles. So before they were called dinosaurs, what were they called? They were called dragons. Okay. Unfortunately, I know it don't sound right, but in 1840, they were calling them dragons. In 1841, that's when they started to call them dinosaurs. So when they want to get up here and act like it sounds so crazy and so foolish, and they still talk about dragons. Okay? They still talk about dragons, like the Komodo dragon, for instance. That is called it's an actual, lizard, and it's called a dragon. They named it that. But when you look at what the etymology of the word dinosaur is, right? It says here, the word dinosaur just means terrible lizard. That's all it means. Dinosaur just means terrible lizard. When you look at the word dragon, it just means giant serpent.
Kill him, Naphtali. Kill him.
Huge serpent. Huge serpent. Terrible lizard. Which one? I mean, what they laughing?
Kill him, Naphtali. Kill him.
Tomato. I mean, what is it? These people, like I said, professing themselves wise, they became fools. They so stupid. They get up here, they making jokes. Oh, did she really just say dragon? I'm gonna play it one more time for you because
exactly.
It shows their ignorance, and it shows you they don't have no type of knowledge. And these are the people that people want you to follow them. No, don't follow these people. They're ignorant. They don't know. They the Three Stooges, just slap them all across their head.
Dummie.
Pop, pop, pop. Dumb. Get out of here. Talking about some dinosaur. Dude, dinosaur, that huge lizard.
Dummie.
Big, exactly. Big dummy. We have the right clip for them, right? But let me share that clip for y'all again. Listen to what they're saying. Look at them.
But she did say dinosaurs are dragons.
Oh, that one guy, he gonna get a 2 food hammer.
I guess they didn't know.
Dinosaurs are dragons.
I guess, you know, they didn't know. Sonetta, I guess they don't know.
One concept of dinosaur. The human concept of dinosaur.
You said something, Qanath? Oh, okay.
No, go ahead. I'm just laughing.
They never saw a dinosaur. Their only equivalent that they could make was with reptiles.
Oh, they never saw a dinosaur. But when you look at the word dinosaur, which is only a relatively new word, you look at the etymology. We're not just speculating here. We're actually utilizing real sources. It says huge lizard. That's all dinosaur means. And then when you look at what the word dragon means, it just means huge serpent or a lizard. It's the same exact thing. Except I guess it just sounds more smarter when someone says the word dinosaur. But this is how, just like I said, you have to really watch who teaching, who you listening to, right? Well, let's just keep going because it gets worse. You know, the Bible actually speaks of dinosaurs. I know that's why they laugh at it, because this is against the Bible. Everything wants to be against the Bible. They try to make stuff seem more primitive because it's in the Bible. But the thing is that the Bible is authentic. It's the #1 best-selling book of all time, and nobody has been able to debunk it, okay? Again, the Bible speaks on, in the book of Job, it talks about behemoth. And when and the way that behemoth is described, it's like he's a sauropod dinosaur right here. You know, it says the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, now prepare yourself as a man, I question you. And you shall answer me, look at behemoth, which I made among you, which feeds on grass like an ox, which strengths has in its loins and the powers of muscles in its belly, and tail sways like a cedar. So a lot of people are saying that, hey, this could be referring to an actual dinosaur in the Bible. And the Bible speaks on dragons. But guess what? A dragon is, before they coined the term dinosaur, they were utilizing the word dragon, okay? I guess in 1841, that's when the word got thrown out. But newsflash, in 1840 and beyond that, above that, they were called dragons. So people want to sit up around here and act like they're so smart and act like they're doing the thing. Unfortunately, the Bible was written in the 16th century when they were utilizing the word dragons. But if the Bible was rewritten, it wouldn't be called dragon. It'd be utilized the word dinosaur, because the word dinosaur is a new word, okay? And the Bible has been around for a long time. But you guys' knowledge hasn't. Also, I wanted to just touch on this real quick with the microevolution. A lot of them get up here and they talk about evolution. There is no evidence of evolution, none. But what they talk about is like, oh, well, the vaccine, the coronavirus, it evolved, it mutated. They talk about all these little things. That's nothing. Okay, that's called microevolution. It says evolutionary change within a species or a small group of organisms. Microevolution is a change or frequencies that occurs over time within a population. So they talk about things that we see, the small changes. And what are those changes? We see right here, the birds with the beaks. They got short beaks, long beaks, longer beaks, and things like that. And this is called microevolution. And they try to use this as actual evidence to support the macroevolution, which is the change, the dramatic changes. But right here, we have a geneticist, and he says the facts of microevolution change within the species do not suffice for an understanding of macroevolution. So they try to use this as a way to say that, well, we see that these birds are, adapting and evolve, these small changes within their beaks or within, but they're still birds, right? They did not transform from an ape to a human or something like that, right? But this is all they have. And this is the only evidence that they have, but they're not willing to admit it. They're just trying to stretch this little bit of changes that we see and try to make it into something that we don't see. But right here in Genesis 1:11, it says, and God let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit yielding from after his kind, whose seed is himself upon the earth, and so on. So the Most High talked about the seed and the fruit of the trees were coming after their own kind. And in Genesis 1:24, it says, God let the earth bring forth living creatures after his kind, cattle and creeping things. So he pretty much was saying that the different cattle, the creeping things are going to reproduce and after their own kind. So sheep are going to make sheep, cows are going to make cows, and that's what we see today. We don't see anything different, right? So people like Ankn want you to drop your Bibles and pick up this. Again, talking about this macro evolution. Whales that turn into walking animals. Like, come on, like this is fairy tales. They talk about something that's fairy tales. They want to talk about stuff that's myth, all laughing at the dinosaurs and all this and all that. Talking about stuff is myth, it's a myth or it's mystical. This is mystical. This is fairy tales. This is child's play. This is all of that wrapped in one, okay? We see a lot of whales being born. We never seen it jump out the water and start walking. We have observed whales being born. We observed all types of creatures over thousands of years, and no one has yet seen anything like this happen. And these things are being born every day. Okay, so let's just get into it. Now, let's talk about Darwin's theory and how it helped promote the persecution of the Black race. Okay, Darwin's theory has helped in or promoted actual persecution of the Black race. And this is what they want you to, again, put your Bibles down and pick up. Darwin's theory actually promoted the persecution of the Black race. What do I mean by that? So it says, at some future period, not very distant as measured by centuries, the civilized races of man will almost certainly exterminate and replace the savage races throughout the world. At the same time, the anthropological apes will no doubt be exterminated. The break between man and his nearest allies will then be wider, for it will intervene between man in a more civilized state and some apes as low as the baboon, instead of now between the Negro or the Australian and the gorilla. All right, so what does this mean? This is out of Darwin's mouth. He says, at some future period, not very distant as measured by centuries, the civilized races of man, which mean the white races, will almost certainly exterminate and replace the savage races. What has been going on? These people have been committing genocide. They have been committing all type of heinous crimes against Black people. And this is all because of this is not only because of Darwin's theory, but Darwin's theory is definitely giving them the ammunition to exterminate Black people, because they're saying that we are now, the Negro or the Australian is pretty much on the same level as the gorilla. This is what Darwin is
that's
teaching.
Crazy.
This is what the HOK is teaching. This is what the HOK want you to put down. They want you to say that the crux of Darwin's theory of evolution focuses on the elimination of inferior species gradually over time. Remember, this is about the survival of the fittest, the elimination of what they would consider to be inferior species. He says the Negro or the Australian, which some of the Aboriginals, right? The Australian Aborigines are essentially like the gorilla. But let's keep going. So the survival of the fittest is a phrase that originated from Darwinian evolution theory as a way of describing the mechanism of natural selection. So what they're saying is that, if you don't adapt or evolve, and if you can't evolve, then you're going to die out pretty much. And that's just the way nature is. Only the fittest is going to survive. Well, Black people, unfortunately, we're the ones who are always considered to be at the bottom. And guess what? They're saying that, hey, we shouldn't survive. We need to be eliminated. And that was in his own words. And that is called survival of the fittest. It says Hubert Spencer first used the phrase after reading Charles Darwin's On the Origins of Species in the Principles of Biology, in which he drew parallels between his own economic theories and Darwin's biological ones. The survival of the fittest, which I have sought expressed in mechanical terms, is in which Mr. Darwin has called natural selection, a preservation of the favored races in the struggle of life. this the name of Darwin's book was the preservation of the favored races. Who was the favorite races? Does that include black people? No, it does not. But why would he want you to put down your Bible and pick up a book that tells you that black people are on the same levels of gorillas and they need to be exterminated, eliminated, essentially, because we're not going to be able to survive? There was a book called Civic Biology. This is a real book. And it says it's called A Civic Biology Presented in Problems. This is a real book. It says, was a biology textbook. This is a textbook. Okay? This is not just someone who wrote a book. This is an actual textbook that was actually taught in school. Now, it says it is the book which the state of Tennessee required high school teachers to use in 1925. In 1920, this is not that long ago. This book was required by the state of Tennessee as their textbook to teach. And they're just mentioning Tennessee. This book was all throughout the United States, and this book was taught like how we were in school. We had a biology book. This was the book that they had. It says in 1925, and is best known for a section about evolution that was ruled by local court to be in violation of the state Butler Act. It was for teaching from this textbook that John T. Scopes brought to trial in Dayton, Tennessee, the Scopes monkey trial. So there was actually a trial about this book, but the trial was actually overturned. It didn't matter. But the thing is that this racist book was actually taught to students in school. Now, what was mentioned in this book? It says, although anatomically there is a greater difference between the lowest type of monkey and the highest type of ape than there is between the highest type of ape and the lowest savage, yet there is an immense mental gap between monkey and man. So right here, this book was actually taught, an evolutionary book was actually taught in Tennessee. And guess what? It talks about the lowest savage, which is considered to be the black people, right? And this is the author. His name was George William Hunter, and he was a biologist. He went to school at William College, Massachusetts. He earned his doctorates. He was an educational director for the War Work Council in Washington, D.C. He also worked summers at Woods Hole after teaching biology at Carleton College. So this man was a professor. He taught all around, and this is the stuff that he taught. And he got this from Darwinism. He taught in civic biology that he taught about eugenics and segregation. He says, writing that if such people were lower animals, we would probably kill them off due to prevent them from spreading. Let's say this again. If such people were lower animals, we would probably kill them off to prevent them from spreading. Humanity would not allow this, but we do have the remedy of separating the sexes in asylum and other places in various ways, preventing intermarriage and possibilities of perpetuating such a low and degenerate race. Look at that word, degenerate race. Remedies of this sort have been tried successfully in Europe and are now meeting with success in this country. So this man here wrote this book. He's been teaching, and the states upheld this book where he talked about pretty much black people being lowest savages and wanted to segregate. And this all comes from the teachings of Darwinism that the HOK wants us to pick up, and also that Ankn wants us to pick up. All right, look at this nonsense. Look at this. These are excerpts from the book. Let's look at the races of men. It says, at the present time, there exists upon the earth 5 races of varieties of men, each very different from the other instincts, social customs, and to the extended structure. These are the Ethiopian or the Negro type. So they say the Negro types are the Ethiopian, originating in Africa, the Malay or the brown race from the islands of the Pacific, the American Indian, the Mongolian or yellow race, including natives of China and Japan and the Eskimo, and finally, the highest type of all, the Caucasians, represented by the civilized white inhabitants of Europe and America. And this was actually taught in schools. And this is what they actually believe as far as evolution. They tell you right here that the highest of all the races were the Caucasians. And this is what the HOK wants you to pick up. They want you to put down the Bible where it says that we are the Most High's chosen, and want to pick up this where it tells you that you are the lowest, that you are savage, and all this. But I mean, make it make sense for me. Make it make sense for me. It says eugenics. When people marry, there are certain things that the individuals as well as race should demand. The most important of these is freedom from germ disease, which might be handed down to your offspring, tuberculosis, syphilis, that dread disease which cripples and kills hundreds of thousands of innocent children, epilepsy and feeble-mindedness and handicap, which is not only unfair but criminal to hand down to posterity. The science of being well-born is called eugenics. So he spoke on, these are different things that were actually taught in this book. It says, undoubtedly, there once lived upon the earth races of men who were much lower in their mental organizations than the present inhabitants. If we follow the early history of man upon earth, we find that at first he must have been little better than one of the lower animals. So here, they're telling you the evolution of man. They're saying at the beginning, there was this man who was black, right? And he's letting you know that he was a little better than one of the animals. So he's pretty much saying that we were only one step above another animal. We were on the same levels of an animal. Now, I have a major point that I'm getting ready to make. That's not even my point. This is just me touching the surface. This is my point right here. They let you know that black people were considered to be the same levels as animals. So did you guys know that there were hunting permits that were sold for the purpose of hunting and killing the sand bushman, similar to what you would purchase to hunt and kill a deer? I would need to hear you guys' insight on this. Sharsham, Elder Qanath, have you guys heard about hunting permits that you can actually purchase for hunting season for the sand?
No, I never heard of that before. It's my first time hearing about this.
Yes. The koi sign. I hear them all the time. They get up here, they say the koi sign are the oldest people on the planet Earth. This is what they say. They love this. These HOK folks, they say the sand bushmen, these people are the oldest people according to evolution. But guess what? Back in, it says here the koi sign were treated like animals because they considered them to be animals, right? They weren't fully evolved. What do you expect? They say they were treated like animals with the colonialists, making their heads trophies, their hangings at a public sport, poisoning water sources. From the commando reports of multiple districts of Qanath, it would appear that during the period from 1786 to 1795, almost 2,500 sand were killed and 654 were captured. According to historian H.J. Van Oswegen, the numbers are probably underestimated, as not all commandos reported regularly to the land draws. Graf Renate was just one district. Thousands across the Cape perished in this way. Now, this is just, they're letting you know that they were treating this koi sign like they were animals. Why? Because this is what they were taught. They taught that they were essentially animals because they were lower, lesser evolved beings. Koi sign is kind of on a similar level as a hominid. But they changed the definition of a hominid, but at first they were actually called a hominid, right? They say that, oh, we're changing, we're evolving the information. But guess what? This information was so dangerous that they were treating the koi signs as if they were animals, and they were hanging their heads on trophies and hanging them in public. But it gets worse. It says when the British, these are the British now, claimed the land at the end of the 18th century, they vowed to end violence by encouraging the sand to be more civilized. So they said that they were going to come in and they were going to make them more civilized, right? Primarily by adopting an agricultural lifestyle. They said when this failed to work, shockingly to the British, the sand, the oldest people on earth, by the way, which they're not, but it says here we're not keen on giving up their semi-nomadic pastoralist or hunter-gatherer lifestyle. The British policy became much harsher and more violent. The killing of sand was accepted and encouraged. The killing of the sand was accepted and encouraged. The barbaric practice where hunters could apply for a license to shoot a male bushman and a female bushman was legal until 1937 in Namibia. Right there. Just like you can go and get you a license to kill a deer, you can go get a license to kill a sand bushman. And these are the people who were evolutionists. Because think about it. You look at a deer as an animal, a sand bushman is considered to be an animal because they're on the lower spectrum. It makes sense. But guess what? These people at the HOK, they want you to put your Bible down and they want you to believe in what remember that teacher I just showed you who's they utilized his textbook to teach? It was lawfully taught in schools that Black people were savages and that we were lower evolved and the highest was the white people. That's what they taught.
Naphtali, my thing is this though, right?
Yeah.
You put the people who put their belief down, whatever. That's for anybody belief, whether you're Muslim or Christian. I don't really even care, right?
Yeah.
So say you stop believing that to be an atheist, right? How is it being an atheist making your life better? Like, what do you gain from it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is you getting out of it? You know what I mean? How is it enriching you? Like, and what is it doing for you? What is the atheist doing for you? You know what I mean? Because being a Hebrew Israelite, for one, is a heritage, it's a lifestyle, it's a way of living. Now, you got people who's Israelites and they don't practice how they should, which is anybody, because I don't believe everybody will practice what they believe 100% how they should. Like, you know, we know Jabari, he considered himself a like high Kemetic priest. That's what the man believed, you know, that's how he lived. I, you know, practice being a Hebrew Israelite. That's my belief. This is how I live. So I want to know, to be an atheist, okay? And their belief and their practice is like, you know, is they celebrating Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, all those pagan holidays. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Shane.
Yeah. What is the benefit from it? That's what I want to know.
Am I lagging behind? Because I want to say something. I don't know how you got to go. You
no,
can go,
you're not lagging.
You can go as long as you want. I don't know. Am I lagging again?
No, you're not lagging.
I just want to jump in real quick because we keep using the word belief.
Go ahead.
Belief. Okay. We keep using the word belief, and you don't have to rush it, Charlie. I want to bring something out because Naphtali says something very interesting to me, and on the HOK, bro, sister, I do love over there, but a lot of y'all are just straight ignorant, very obtuse, quite frankly, asinine in your beliefs. And she said that your science is a belief and is a religion. When she done her presentation on South of the Channel, and it went over a lot of people's head, and she was talking about different ways they use to calculate the time of the earth and carbon dating it and all these different methods, right? And I came on there and I said, well, what about carbon dating 14 and 12 and so on and so forth? And my dear brother Ankn and I forgot the other brother, I forgot, you know what I'm talking about, deal with the martial arts and stuff like that. I admire him because I deal with that too. Robon, right? And he said, well, Qanath asked a dumbass question, blah, blah, blah. Who was the person? Naphtali, you mind real quick if I just jump in just for a second? No, Shashan, I sent you a message, right? Go look on your messenger, right? Because we're dealing with belief here. Yes, we're dealing with belief here. Shashan, I want you to go to your messenger, right? And I want you to look at the last three, but look at the one that has the all white and the black words, right? Put that in there, right? It has the white background and the black writing. I would like for Naphtali to read, if she can, the second paragraph where it says Dr. Willard, right? For me. Because this dealing with carbon dating, and right, we keep on talking about belief. When they always say, do y'all believe? Well, they always keep pointing out their scientists. And we keep on trying to tell you that your scientists are flawed. So can you read that part for me, Naphtali?
Yes. It says Dr. Willard Libby, the founder of the carbon-14 dated method, assumed this ratio to be constant. His reasoning was based on the belief in evolution, which assumes the Earth must be billions of years old. Assumptions in the scientific community are extremely important. If the starting assumptions is false, all the calculations based on the assumption might be correct, but still give a wrong conclusion.
Qanath,
Assumptions, right? Evolutions, right? Belief, which is not fact, right? So the person that came with carbon, right? He believed in what? Evolution, right? A theory, an assumption, right? So it's not factual. It's not true. It's a guess. Right? This is the person that came up with carbon dating that kept on believing his God. Right? Dr. Willard Libby, right? His reasoning was based on what? A belief. A belief. A belief in evolution. Believe. Oh, y'all believe in your spooky God. Y'all believe in Yahawashi, right? But Naphtali brought out earlier, what did she bring out? Scientists looks for truth. But according to Dummie, West says they do not. But I can ask anybody that's listening and give you a calculation in many forms, we will come up with the same answer. And let me prove it. 1 + 1 is what? 2.
2.
0 + 2 is what? 2.
2.
You can come up with many different ways to do it, but get the same answer. But in their carbon dating, in their calculation, in their science, they always come up with an assumption, right? Approximately something. 0 + 1 is what? 1. 1 + 0 is 1. Different methods, same conclusion, same fact. But you cannot deal with a belief. So your pseudoscience is just that, science. The scripture tells us the science of this world is what?
Foolishness unto the Most High.
So you can deal with all the buffoonery all you want, but your belief on carbon dating is just that. Carbon dating. I'm sorry, Naphtali, go back in. I just want to get that out. I got one more for his narrow ass. But go ahead, sis. Go ahead, champ.
So, as I was saying before, though, right? How if people who's leaving whatever belief they are leaving, and we're not just going to speak on Israelites, anybody, I don't care what your denomination is or whatever belief you got or religion, because I don't believe in religion. And being a Hebrew Israelite is not a religion. It's a way of life, a heritage, a bloodline that the Most High gave us. I don't believe in religion. And me being a Hebrew Israelite is not a religion. I think it's like a religion to some because they made it into like a religion cultist type practice and the way that they practice it. But for me, I don't look at being a Hebrew Israelite as a religion, period. It's who I am as a national nationality, national origin of who I am. That's how I look at it, and a lifestyle that I live. But for everybody who's becoming atheists, are you still celebrating Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving? You still getting together with your family, eating a turkey and trimming a tree on Christmas? You know what I mean? Or what are you doing differently in your life that being an atheist and getting this higher knowledge and all that you're doing now that you didn't do differently before you found this newborn God killer spirit in you? How did it change your life? That's what I want to know. How great did it make you? Did it take you to a higher level? Did it elevate you? You know what I'm saying? Or is you still getting it together with the family, doing all these things that is we know to be wicked? Because, you know, far as what I see in a lot of the communities, and this is how I feel, a lot of people push their teachings, their narrative, or what they believe on other people, man. But the whole time they be hypocrites themselves, practicing the same worldly shit or things that they tell other people that they shouldn't do. You see what I'm saying? Me, y'all see me as a Hebrew Israelite, y'all would never see me at somebody's Christmas party, dressed up in some Halloween stuff, eating Thanksgiving dinner. I practice what I believe and know what I am. Okay? I won't be telling other people leave this knowledge alone. That's why I don't even promote that kind of foolishness no more about always trying to tear down somebody else's belief. When you come into the Israelite community, they teach you to do that. But I had to realize it's not a good thing to do. If a person feel like the way that they're going to get to whatever they call God or non-God, and they believe that they found without that, I let them people live their life that way. I don't give a damn. I don't argue about people who read the Quran or whatever. I have so many different religion books. I study it all for the knowledge. But if you believe in something, show me how it bettered your life. And if you sitting here telling us that we should be atheists and we shouldn't read the Bible, show us why should we be atheists? Why shouldn't we believe a God? And how it would help black people. That's what I want to know. And how it would better black people. That's what I want to know. Somebody show me that. But go ahead, Queen.
Them niggas don't know. Let Naphtali go. Niggas know. And we got more. Go ahead, sis. I told y'all, man. This new school of thought, FOPE, for our people edification. Go ahead, Champ.
I mean, yeah, because if it's not going to make your life better, then why should I do it? If it's not going to help me elevate or take me to a higher learning in life and make me progress and do better, why should I do it? So that's what I want to know. Show the people why shouldn't we believe in God, and why should we change, and why should we put the Bibles down? I want to know. If we got a sky daddy and all this stuff is spooky, because if you want to say that, all religions is sort of spooky then, because everybody believe in something or have some type of faith that they haven't seen.
But Shan, the number one spooky, Shan, is science. That spooky is science, right? It's a theory. It's a belief, right? It's an assumption. It's miscalculations. It's all of that. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Come on, sis. Bust they seal.
He said the past does not exist. That's why y'all problems. Well, if the past doesn't exist, then why are people trying to live in the past today? Why are people trying to take you back to ancient civilizations and saying this is how we should live? Why are people trying to take you back to the greatest past empire there is? They telling you, hey, we all should go back to the Egyptian culture and way of life. So if it doesn't exist, why are people trying to go back to it then? You don't even make no sense. When we here in the future and getting our ass kicked right now,
you see,
we in captivity, enslaved by other nations right now, and can't even get out of there from under their foot. But go ahead, sir.
CUC in the house. Go ahead, Naphtali. CUC.
Nat, you mute, Nat.
Yeah, that's why they're able to they ignore the past. No one else ignores the past. If you look at the certain community, the Ish community, right? I'm not going to say them because they're very protected. The Judaism community, they uphold their past. They remember. And like what they tell you, remember 9/11. Remember 9/11. When 9/11 happened, these people don't forget about their past. They think about the Holocaust. They talk about, when it comes to black folks, we always be the ones that's always talking about get over it, forget about the past. When we didn't have the bloodiest, like I said, you got to know your past so that you don't repeat it. And that's why we're in a continuous spiral on a down spiral, because right here, and let me make my screen big, right here, the Khoisan were hunted down as if they were deer, like they were deer. They actually bought permits. They actually bought permits to hunt them like you would hunt a deer. They did that. Because why? Because of the teachings of Darwin. You can't get over that. Because Darwin tells you that they're lesser evolved. And the thing is that that's what we see today. That's what they done cleaned it up a little bit for us today. We don't know what they taught 30 or 100 years ago or 40 years ago. We don't know what they taught because they can always say, oh, we didn't get that right. Let's change it. Let's change it. But what was the outcome of what they got wrong? What was what did people suffer when they kept getting it wrong purposefully? They say right here they say the barbaric practice where hunters could apply for license to shoot a male bushman and female bushman was legal until 1937 in Namibia. In 1936, the last permit to hunt khoisan in Namibia was issued by the government of South Africa. This was issued by the government. And I'm going to show you guys a museum that's present in South Africa right now. And I'm going to show you what the museum is showcasing in just a second. But right here, as you see, the museum was the government of South Africa was issuing permits to kill, to allow you to shoot and kill these khoisan people. Men, women, and children. And they get up here and they talk about, oh, your God did this, your God did that. Look what these people did in the name of Darwinism. They did far worse. It says the khoisan label later came to be widely resented, especially from the 1980s, for its neglect of their distinct identity. During apartheid, Abattoirs were forced to register as colored. There are a few khoisan in South Africa today, but hardly any San people. The San had to flee to Namibia, Botswana, and Angola to survive extermination by the settlers. Now remember, I'm going to go back because I want to give you guys a quote that Charles Darwin himself had said. Now remember, the poor soul, the San people had to serve. They had to leave because they were being exterminated. But look at what Darwin said. Let me go back to what Darwin said. He said, at some future period, not very distant as measured by centuries, the civilized races of man will almost certainly exterminate and replace the savage races throughout the world. This is a real quote from Darwin. And what happened? This is the future. In 1936, it says here, the San had to flee Namibia, Botswana, and Angola to survive extermination by the settlers. What more do you need, right? But guess what? I got more. Because you always need more, because Black people really don't really care about other Black people. That's just a fact. In the days of human zoos, why do you think there were human zoos? Why do you think that there were human zoos? We hear about human zoos. We know about human zoos. We had them here in the Americas. That's part of our history. Right here in St. Louis, at the World Fair, they had a human zoo. Why did they have Black people in the zoos? Because they felt that you were an animal. I don't care what they say today. They said that they still are saying it, because I'm gonna show you guys something. But look right here. These are people in the water, in the zoo. This is an actual zoo. This is Black folks and children. And look who's standing here. You got actual Black people standing there looking at them too. This is crazy. These people are standing around looking at these people at the zoo. Here it is again. This is a woman and her child in an enclosure. They said, luckily, human zoos started to wear off in Europe after the Second World War. Ironically, Adolf Hitler was the one to ban them. Isn't that interesting? Adolf Hitler was the one to ban the zoos. This was an actual flyer. The Hottentots. They had the Black women's derriere, our bodies on display. I had actual images that I could have showcased of us, Black women in the zoos. Yeah, this looking like Hooters, right? Hottentots, Hooters. They showcasing these women butt naked, and they showing them in the zoos. And we know about the one, most famous one, right? The sister. That's what they were showcasing of us. Because why? Because we were considered to be savages, because we were considered to be animals, because we were considered to be, I mean, it's like putting a giraffe in the zoo. They considered us to be on the same level as a giraffe, as the same level as a monkey, as the same of a gorilla. It's the same thing because of what Darwin taught. His philosophy is why we were there. But people want you to ignore the past, ignore the our people being in zoos, ignore people being hunted down with permits and legally able to be shot and killed, and they hung their body parts or whatever. Like you take a deer's head and they hang it up on the side of the wall. Well, they had a person's head, a black person's head on their walls. But this is what they want you to be taught. So right here, this is actually an exhibit actually found currently in the South Africa Museum. There's right here, they show you the Homo sapien is a white man. You have to laugh for that. You can't make this up, man. This is real. This is real. This is current too. I know I went
That's up, shock up, Starnetta. That's all of them.
And this is what they want us to believe. This is what they want us to put. They want to put, we was first, right? So this us right here, you know, and then they made the Neanderthal black. I thought the Neanderthal was, so they changing up stuff, right? Oh, he's still, this the Neanderthal Denis's right here. The Neanderthal Denisalis is right here. He's a little, he got a little lighter, but as you see, the Homo sapien is the white man, and this is in South Africa, guys. This is the exhibit right here. This is actually on the wall in the museum. You got the 8, this transitioning, and I guess this is Lucy right here, and then it's transitioning, and then I guess this is us. I guess this is who we are right now, because I don't see another step to make us human. I mean, to make us fully evolved. But as you see, the Asian woman is the Homo. It's the Homo sapien. And like I said, you really can't make this up. And I'm going to actually show what you guys on the Google so you guys can actually see the search. Where is it at? Here it is, right here. It's called the Cradle of Humankind Museum. That's what it's called, the Cradle of Humankind Museum. This is what Sonetta teaches, right? This is what all them teach. They want you to appreciate this information right here. And this is the website. This is modern. I took you guys on a nice little trail. We went back in the 1800s to the 1900s, and now we're in current time. This is the cradle of humankind. Now, mind you, they was just shooting and hunting you down, and now they got you inside this museum. Yeah, they use the brown skin and all of that. So let me show you guys in just a second. Let me look at this. So they telling you they're utilizing our brown skin to showcase, you know, us being part 8, right? They're showcasing the images, but this is the museum. It's called Cradle of Humankind. You can get tickets and tours, and it's telling you the cradle of civilization. They're telling you that this is located in South Africa, and you can go there right now. And they say, what are they famous for? They say one of the world's most important fossil sites, because it has produced the first adult Australopithecus. So they're telling you that they actually put one together, and they're famous. They say a second kind of ape man found at ape man. There you go. Ape man, but they say there is no ape man, right? They say it's not true, but here it is, ape man. Here you go. This is what they want you to put down. I mean, pick up and put your Bibles down. This is what they want you to pick up, right? This is it. This is the actual place. And you can go here. You can come to these exhibits, and there's your ancestor right there. There's your ancestor.
Is that on the far right?
Yes,
Is
that's
that
his.
my
That's
brother
his.
Sarnetta?
They look just like him. Think they came here and got an image of him.
Right.
They got an image of him. Look at it. Y'all think I was making this stuff up? Here's the exhibits. Look at it. There, look at it. Look at this one right here. This is what they're saying about you. This is what they believe in. And black folks is cool with this. They are okay. They want you to. This is what I was just showing you, and I wanted to show you in real time, so you don't think I'm exaggerating. I'm making this stuff up. This is look at this. This is this, and then when you look at the human zoos, look at what this looks like, and then when you look at how they put us in the zoos. But guys, I mean,
oh no,
I can go on and on and on and on, but this is what and this is what the
let
HO
me
house
get in there, Naphtali. Let me get in there for a minute. Let me get in there
you
for a
can
minute.
take over
Let me
because
show
I am
these
now
guys.
finished. I'm done. That was it.
Let me show. Hey, Shawshan, I need you to come back, baby boy. I need you to come back here because we're gonna do something real funny, right? Truth, but funny, right? Because and then we're gonna go into Ankn video. Then we're gonna put the link in the room and let people come on the air, right? So what I want you to do, Shawshan, I want you to play last three I see. The third one where it says when playing scientist goes wrong. I want you to play that, right? And I want you to start at the 1 hour and 39-minute mark and stop at the 1 hour and 42 or 1 hour 43-minute mark. Start at the 1 hour and 39-minute mark and stop at the 1 hour and 43-minute mark. One more time. Start at the 1 hour 39-minute mark. Stop at the 1 hour 43-minute mark. And the reason why, before you play it, I'm about to show you, brothers and sisters, right? The so-called pseudo killer's God. I'm about to show you their God, right? And how their God got put down by his minions, right? I'm about to show you their God, who he believed in, and how what they call it, plagiarism, when you steal other people's stuff. Actually, when you go back about 5-7 minutes, you don't do a sham, you'll see where the big dummy plagiarized his God. So put it up there, and I want you to start at the 1 hour and 39-minute mark and stop at the 1 hour and 43-minute mark, and then I'm gonna show y'all something about their God. And that guy to the right, he tried to act like he's such a scientist and everything, right? And I looked up his credentials. All he has is a food license. A food license. And laughing at Naphtali. They should have thought of, hey, look, Qanath got a head full of hair. Let me show y'all something real quick here. You should have told these Negroes to go get some Rogaine, right? To grow some hair on their damn head. But go ahead, I'll play that video.
Right? That the earth is only 6,000 years. Y'all got to be able to count for a minute. So let's count. So you got to take away the 2,000 years. That would put you at 4,000, right? They usually say 4,004 BCE will be 6,000 years, ladies and gentlemen. So that means that there should be nothing in the geological record that goes beyond, right, 4,004 BCE. Are we? Let me look at y'all. Let me look at y'all. Listen. If she say the world was created, right, only 6,000 years, we're in 2000 and damn near 23. So you have to subtract the 2,000, right, and then go back 4,000. That's 6,000. That's 4 and 2 is 6. They generally say 4,004 BCE is the game they play. How did they come up with this number? So we shouldn't be able to find anything in the geological record. We shouldn't be able to find any civilization or any culture prior to 4004 BCE, ladies and gentlemen, right? So, but I'm going to bring the person that actually put this together for them. Okay, this is very, very simple. Very, very plain. I'll show this picture here.
Let me share my screen. All right. And we're going to talk about the bishop usher. This is what we're talking about right now.
His God.
Okay. We'll come here, right to the Linden Hall Library. Let's put the code up here. All right. Okay. Boom. Let's get this. Linden Hall. Okay. There's a work that Bishop put together. And the point is that the annals and the victor's testimonia, okay, and in this work, he documents, okay, he purports that that's him, okay, all right, that's the one that purport the 4004. There you go. Usher was neither the first nor the last to calculate the date of creation using, look, genealogy set down in the Old Testament. It says there were many such attempts, but most of them resulted in the earth that was just under, here y'all go, 6,000 years old. This is where he getting it from. Look, Usher's date of 4004 BCE distinguishes itself from the others because the beginning of the 1701, right? All editions of the King James Bible included the 4004 BCE in the margin at the beginning of Genesis. All right. So y'all can go on and finish reading this. Okay. Point is, right, he actually put together a chronology. Here you go. Usher's chronology. And it's going to talk about how he got there, how he reached these dates. Okay, right? We ain't make this up. This is what Europeans were doing as they conquest. Okay, this is what they did. All right. So go get that. Go read that. Right. But there's a we'll also back that up with Britannica, which she attempts to use. My point is, please don't be like Ali Muhammad. Please don't be like what's the other guy, the anti-vaxxer guy, Cedric. What's his name?
Stinky Ingy?
No.
Which one?
The super anti-vaxxer. The
Muslim dude.
Okay, that's good shit.
What is the Muslim dude?
I'm gonna need you to read something for me real quick, Naphtali. Shan, get that last I sent you. I want you to put that up. Because this is going to destroy his James Usher real quick. And then we're going to play the dummy song, then we're going to open the lines up. Anybody come on. I want you to put that up real quick. The ICR. And I want Naphtali. It's going to take like 3 minutes to read this for me, sis. You'll better read it than me.
Right here.
I might be lagging a little bit. If I am, I apologize. And since you can start it anytime you want to start at IUC Institute Creation Research, and this is the guy they're talking about, read it all the way down, and you can stop. You see the small print, probably a 3-minute read or 2-minute read for you. Is that it, Sham? No, the last one I sent you. I can't see. The last one I sent you where it says, on your messenger, where it says James Usher.
Yeah, that's what's up there. This
Okay,
James
let me see what the first. Let me see.
Right here. James.
Yeah,
Usher
does it say Yeah. Naphtali, you there? Can you read that for me?
What part you want it?
I got it. Okay, here I am.
Okay, she got it.
What part? You want to read the top part?
Yeah, just read all of it until I tell you this.
Okay.
We're gonna read all the way to you get to small print. All the way to small print. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start a bit. So start.
All right. So James Usher and his chronology, reasonable or ridiculous? Archbishop James Usher was one of the one of the most important biblical scholars of the 17th century. His research and scholarly work have even earned high praise from some who are opposed to his conclusion. Called the greatest luminary of the Church of Ireland and one of the greatest scholars of his day. In the Christian church, his work has influenced generations of Christian thinkers with a force still felt today. An expert on the writings of the early church fathers, Ussher majority impacted Reformation theology. The 18-volume set titled The Whole Works of James Ussher contained his most important writings. Today, he is best known for his chronology research that concluded Adam was created in 4004 BC. Consequently, anti-creationists heavily criticize him, often picturing him as a naive, ignorant, and anti-science, and someone who, hold on, you kind of went past where I was at.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Go up a little bit more. Right there. And someone who research was superficial and based solely on the biblical record. Harvard paleontologist Stephen Jay Gould wrote that Ussher is known to us today almost entirely in ridicule as the man who fixed the time of creation at 4004 BC. In reality, Ussher was a first-class scholar, very involved in scholarly research. He regularly interacted with the most learned men of the day to intellectually savor the ideas. He was also a real connoisseur of books, and there was scarcely a book in any British library that he was unfamiliar with. History and scholarship. In the West, our knowledge of the ancient world has historically been determined largely by a straightforward reading of the Old Testament plus a study history. This practice conflicted with many Eastern religions that allowed for a far older universe than was common in Judaism. And the Greeks, Aristotle, for example, throughout the world was eternal. Early Christian theologians like Augustine dismissed pagan estimates that ran into the hundreds of thousands of years as myths. According to the Jewish calendar, the creation event occurred in 3761 BC. The Greek translation of the Old Testament, known today as the Septuagint, put the date at 5500 BC. And by the time of the Renaissance, an age of the earth somewhere between 5,000 to 6,000 years appeared perfectly reasonable. Furthermore, it was widely accepted that the narrative given in the book of Genesis, which parallels to some extent creation narratives from other cultures of the Middle East, accounts for the origin of the physical world as the deliberate act of Almighty Creator. In the 17th century, Archbishop James Ussher turned his outstanding scholarly expertise to the problem of the date of creation. This project meshed very well with his strong interest in history, astronomy, math, and geometry. You can scroll up to background. You there, Sham?
Sham, keep on going up because we're almost done.
I'm sorry, I stepped away for a second.
Yeah, let's go up a little bit. We're at the background.
Go ahead.
All right. Ordained as a priest at the young age of 20, James Ussher became a professor at Trinity College, Dublin in 1607 when he was only 26. In 1625, he was appointed as Archbishop of Armagh, which made him head of the Anglo-Irish Church, the Protestant leader of the predominantly Catholic land. Ussher wrote his famous Annals of the Old Testament, deduced from the first origin of the world, in which he arrived at 4004 BC, date during the latter period of his time. The monumental work contained over 12,000 footnotes from the secular sources and another 2,000 references from the Bible and the Apocrypha. Building the dates. The common claim is that Ussher reached his famous date of 4004 BC by simply calculating back from the time of Jesus by adding up years involved in the lineage of Christ given in the Bible and going all the way back to Adam. One problem was that the Old Testament contains the required information to achieve an accurate chronology, only up to Solomon's time. After that, ambiguities exist and no straightforward data were available. And for about 400 years before the birth of Jesus, the Bible's book of Matthew gives the genealogies leading up to Christ, but not the chronology. To arrive to the date of creation, Ussher replicated the methods that others had used before him. Namely, he attempted to correlate information from around 400 BC to Jesus' birth with known dates from the histories of other cultures, specifically the Chaldeans and the Persians. This all required an incredible expertise in biblical knowledge, in secular history, and in language abilities. You can go up, Sharshan. Okay, right there. In fact, the majority of the evidence Usher used to arrive at 4004 BC date was non-biblical. Historians acknowledge that Usher had one of the best minds of his time, and he applied it unrelentingly to synthesize information from disparate sources to achieve as accurate as chronology as possible. To deal with the many major contradictions in secular records, Usher calculations required an intensive study of both history and language. For example, King Herod, who attempted to kill Christ, died in 4 BC, and the Julian calendar had undergone major revisions at the end of the 16th century. In order to produce his chronology, Usher was forced to deal with these and other problems. After many years of labor in 1640, he published the first part of the Annals of the Old Testament. 4 years later, the second part of the work was available to the public. He then began a third part, carrying on the chronology of the beginning of the 4th century AD, but did not live long enough to complete it. All right, you can go up some more.
That's right good. There. That's good. We can start right there.
Okay, go ahead.
To read that, because everybody believes what everybody else says, and before go back and try to recalculate, and they show how.
You're breaking up, Qanath.
We don't need to go no further. I mean, we can if you want to finish reading this as a little paragraph. You want to finish reading that, you can, and then we're gonna let other people come on if you want.
The person named Jay in the background, you need to show your face before you come on the show. The brother Prince, we see you, you'll be on in a minute. But the person named Jay that's in the background, we don't know who you are. You need to show your face. So if you're not showing your face,
if you're coming into,
you're not coming on the show.
If you're coming on to banned. If you're coming on to ask questions, we will ask you one in turn. I see Sarnetta came on earlier, but obviously, you know, he can't handle the smoke from FOPE and New School of Thought. Sis, you want to finish the last part up, you can, and then we go open the lines up to let people on for a few minutes.
All right, let's go. It says many skeptics have dismissed Usher's work, claiming he merely used dogma to solve a scientific problem. The late Stephen J. Gould disagreed, seeking to understand how Usher arrived at his dedication. At his deduction.
You don't have a camera, Jay, then I don't know what to tell you. Sorry.
After detailed investigations, Gould concluded that the Archbishop critics were not only ignorant, but they also entirely misunderstood his work. Gould addressed this with an entreaty. I close with the final plea for judging people by their own criteria, not by
so he used what to do his science?
He utilized
One in behind. I'm sorry.
You said what, Qanath?
Don't worry about Naphtali. He was lagging. Just go ahead.
Oh.
And finish it out.
I close with a final plea of judging people.
That's good. We open up a few minutes. So Shan, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call you on my phone. Shan, I'm gonna call you on my phone because we're behind. I'm running behind. I'm gonna call the phone that way I be like the same time y'all on.
Yeah, just come in on your phone because I'm about to go eat dinner.
Make sure ain't nobody get disrespectful. And I guess 10 minutes left. I know you probably.
Qanath, just come in on your phone because I'm about to go eat dinner.
Okay, let me call you real quick. Give me a second. Okay, give me a second on, like you told me.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm about to go eat dinner. They waiting on me.
What'd you say, Timothy? You say something that left because the information messing with his beliefs, so he left so you don't hear you. Hey, sometimes it gets too hot in the kitchen, right?
Okay.
Thank you, 613 Torah Faith. I
you hear me?
It. Yep. Okay. Go ahead. What's going on, Prince?
What's up? What's up, Naphtali? What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
How you doing? I was listening to your presentation. Everything sounds great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you really taking it to This is y'all. Hey, shout out to everybody else on the panel too. You know, Qanath, the other brother. How y'all doing? Remember, this is the same. Remember this. Okay.
You breaking up? What was that? You can go ahead and talk. You were kind of breaking up.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Who's talking?
This is Yahawashi Ha Mashayach.
Yeah, I can hear you. Just, I guess your picture just froze.
Oh, he having internet trouble.
Yeah, and I think Prince, you was having some issues. Did you want to try to say something else?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you now. You're not frozen anymore.
Oh, okay, cool. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Yeah, what I was getting ready to say is, you know your boy.
Hey Sham, hold on. Anybody come their shirt off? It's off. Nobody come with their goddamn shirt off.
He loved to talk about Charles Darwin, right? But don't tell y'all that Charles Darwin was a reverend. He's not even a biologist. He went to seminary school as a reverend, and he barely got his degree in that. But this is the guy that Ankh quotes to y'all like he's a top biologist.
Exactly.
He never mentions the guy as a preacher.
Don't mention that he was a preacher, and don't mention that he tried his own. Pretty much almost all his children had passed away.
One of his quotes, he used to say that a married man is equivalent to a poor Negro slave. What type of science is that?
They say not to think about the past. They say not to worry about that. You know, they saying just worry about what's going on today. Even though we see racism and we're going through all that same stuff today, and it's all based off of.
Oh yeah, there's much sources online. I was trying to explain to a brother in the chat about evolution because he kept telling me about viruses and how they change over and so forth and so forth. And I'm trying to tell the brother that the viruses, they may mutate, but they're the same of their own kind. They don't change into something else. Okay, I can't expect viruses to change over into a whole fruit platter. That's never been observed. If Ankh believes that can happen, he would need to prove that.
Exactly.
So really what the science is it only creates things of their own kind. That was the one I was talking to the brother in the chat. I don't know if he could understand that.
Well, Ankh is for vaccines. And
you know what I'm saying?
The leading people that vax are eugenicists. So he got a thing where he's saying everybody should be, vaccinated. But I'm like, well, if you're a god, why you feel like, you're a god killer, and you believe in, that you are God and you all this, why you need to protect yourself from a disease if y'all creating this stuff? Like the science that they even speak themselves don't make sense. So to me, it's just like unreal. Like you're a god and you do all this other stuff. You don't believe in a god because that's a sky dead. He's spooky, but yet you still die. And yet these people creating things that you can't defeat. You know what I mean? Like, come on, don't make sense. So where you get your protection from?
Exactly. Beer is often sold at football games. Beer has nothing to do with football, nor does it have anything to do with sacking the quarterback.
Exactly. And that's what I mean by if you telling people they shouldn't throw the Bible away, put this down, throw Islam away, put this down, throw Christianity away, put that down, but then and believe what you believe in, but you don't have no outlet for anything that you presenting to the people. How is it making their life better? Or how is it helping the Black community? And I don't get a lot of that from none of these people who always come with this new way of life or this new book that they present. is always on some occultic type shit or some cult shit, and you be like, yo, this stuff don't even make sense. And then they get mad at you when you question it. Like, how is it helping you? Like, what has it done for you? And you know, like even on large scale platforms, everybody got the people who believe in it or following it. And then a lot of this shit people claim that they believe, man, they be just using that shit as a hustle to get money off of people. They really don't even believe in it. They be the same ones over grandma's house on Thanksgiving with the biggest plate. You feel me?
Evolution. That's right. Evolution is a religion. It's not a science. There's no scientific evidence for it. These guys saying that an organism, that something can go from this to this, they would have to prove that. You know what I mean?
None of them got labs. Where their labs at?
I mean, even a 5-year-old can get it. A wolf dog and a chihuahua, or the same different type of animal, but none of them can change into a banana. If Paul believes that, he would have to prove that.
Listen, if they believe we came from apes, then how? And we smarter than apes, but now it's a missing link. And they more closer to us. Then why are they not reproducing with them to convert them over to evolve? And how long do it takes to evolve? And if
you know what? That's the thing with evolution. Time. Just give me more time, and you'll see it one day. That sounds like a belief system to me.
Exactly, because that's what it is. Because if I have to believe that these things is going to elevate, or these monkeys going to start talking, or you can go up inside of a chimpanzee and y'all can give birth to a baby together. Chimpanzee.
Am I still running behind, Shan?
No, you just spoke. You sound fine.
Okay, let me say something real quick. Obviously, a lot of people that were speaking earlier, straight cowards. I can say the straight cowards, because if you're gonna come on here, defend your premise, defend your facts, or your belief, you know, or you're gonna sit down and shut the hell up, right? All that trolling that y'all was doing now in the comment section empty, because I guess you want to go back on where it favors you, huh?
I'll be back.
Oh, I see something. Let him on here. Let him on here.
No,
you know?
I'm telling you,
all that trolling for nothing.
I'll be back. I gotta go eat dinner.
But
I'll be back.
I appreciate y'all letting me onto the platform. I just want to
be good to go.
I just want to see if my camera and everything is working.
All right. Hey, tell me, big brother, face.
I appreciate y'all letting me on.
Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm running behind, so you gotta kind of let me peace.
Oh, okay.
Peace. All right, so now
I appreciate
it's all good. We showed you not our history. We showed you right, and their theories, right? The things they thought was facts, but wasn't facts, right? We brought all that out. And the last show you did, your homeboy, what he did, he tried to push it on somebody else with Redbone, whatever his name is. So you gonna debate Naphtali? He said, "Oh no, we got other people out here. It's not just me." He was running. He's scared. And we didn't even get on Tazari whack ass, right? Not Tazari whack ass. We ain't get on him yet, right? So
you're just a funny dude.
Your boy don't want to. I guarantee you this, son, is that dude, what he's going to do, he's going to try to push somebody else to have a sit-down intellectual conversation with the champ. That's what he's going to do. And let me say this real quick before I let you speak, brother. For my listening brothers and sisters, I know y'all like, why the hell you guys signing on here? Why you went back on the show? Well, I play chess, right? And Solana plays chess, right? And I'm going to checkmate his ass, right? And that's all good with me, right? Because what he's doing right now, right? He got people following that whack ass stuff that they believe in over there. They can believe in that, right? But FOPE and New School of Thought, we're in the building. We're in the building. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and speak, so I'll let her tread lightly. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Peace to my brother Qanath. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Naphtali. There was a whole bunch of lying over here, man. And I thought I explained that to you yesterday, brother Qanath. You know, there are 7 things that your Most High God hates, but there is one thing that he hates the most. Can you tell me what that is, Qanath?
The conscious community.
Come on, brother. You can't play with the Bible, brother. Don't play with God's name.
No, I'm telling you.
The Most High name, brother.
He hates a lying tongue and pride.
Thank you. That's it.
Thank
you. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
More prideful.
All right. He hates a lying tongue. You are correct. So what I'm saying to you is, all day you've been lying, saying that we or Ankn, I'm not going to say we because y'all talking about Ankn, that Ankn talks about we come from a monkey. And I don't know how many times we explain it to you. I know you know, but in order for you to try to get a one-up on us, you got to say we come from a monkey. Even Naphtali, I'm surprised at you, Naphtali. You spoke with Ankn. You can go back to the videos, and he always said that we come from a common ancestor. He never say we come from the chimp. You asked him personally yesterday, Qanath. You said, do we come from the ape? Do we come from the ape? And he kept telling you, no, we have a common ancestor. So I don't know why y'all keep lying.
Who's the common ancestor?
We come from one source. That's what he's saying. Like everything that you see. Don't let me explain it to you.
Ancestor?
I'm telling you, every living organism that you see on the planet come from one source. Come from one source.
No, you didn't. No, I'm gonna tell you how you messed up. You didn't say many sources. You said one source.
And that's exactly what I said. One source. I'm gonna say it again.
What is that one source?
I'm gonna say it again.
One source.
That's exactly what I said, brother.
Okay. Now I'm asking you a question. What is that one source that all humanity, creatures, dogs, cats, trees, grass, dirt, what is that one source that you said that we come from?
The source is the original. The origin, the original. Brother? Oh, come on, man. Now you're going to keep asking crazy. Watch this. How do God look? How do God look? Watch this. How do God look?
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you.
Black man.
I'm going to answer it. He looks like the truth and don't evade questions because you said once.
I'm just listening.
Right? Because you always say the Bible says, hold on. You always says this. You say the Bible always says, be ready to answer any questions. So I'm going to take it back on you. You said that one source. See, you messed up by using the word one. We know what that one is. It's the creator. So what's that? Hold on, brother. Hold on. What's that one source, Sarnetta?
I don't know how to keep. I don't know how to keep explaining it to you.
Now, how can you teach? What man or woman going to a class as a teacher, going there from the students, they don't know?
Qanath.
What is the common one source?
You are just too much, Qanath.
You over here in the real lines there, baby boy. You in New Naphtali or F.O.P.E. Hey, Naphtali, go ahead and put in the rest.
Shout out to Naphtali. I'm gonna make sure I'm don't run nowhere. I'm going to call him up and tell him, brother, you ain't getting nobody else for Naphtali. You're going to get in that damn ring and you're going to deal with Naphtali, brother. We don't need you to get nobody else for her.
Hold on. Right? So, Sonetta, you said I was up here lying. I don't have to lie. Can you share my screen?
All right, let me clear
Hold on, let me share my screen. No, because I don't do that. I'm gonna
share my screen. What I mean by lying.
No, I'm going to share the source.
Did you say that Ankn said we come from a monkey?
No, I don't.
All right, then I take that back. I take that back from you.
I'm getting ready to share my screen. Can you share my screen, Elder Qanath?
Peace. I'll let you.
All right, I take that back from that.
Do you see this right here? Do you see this right here?
Peace, brother. Peace.
What do they show? What does this look like to you, Sarnetta?
It looked like
where do you fit on here? Because this is actually found in the South African Museum of the Cradle of Civilization. This is actually.
What are you saying? What are you saying when you show?
This is what they teach. So is this? I mean, this is what you guys are teaching. So my thing is that how do you feel about this? Is this accurate?
What are you saying? Is what
where do you see yourself on here?
I don't see myself on there at all.
Really? So how do you teach something that you don't see yourself being?
I never taught. What you mean teach something?
This is a common ancestor from the ape. The apes.
I don't get. We don't come from the ape though, Naphtali.
No, you don't come from the. No, but look, they say you had to.
We are apes, Naphtali. We are apes.
Now you're apes, because
we don't come from the ape. We are apes.
You just said we were lying when we said that we weren't apes. Now you're saying
no. You said no. I said you were lying when you said that we say we come from apes. No, that's not what I said. We are apes, Naphtali.
Okay, so that's
what I'm saying.
Okay,
so
what's the difference between the ape in the zoo and you?
Well, you come on, man. What the fuck, man? You don't know what the difference is between the ape and the zoo? You know what? I'm out of here, man. Y'all asking crazy ass questions. Peace.
No, what's the difference between the ape in the zoo and you? You said we come from
apes. You can come over here and ask me. You can ask me a zillion crazy questions, but we asked you. Qanath asked you. Wow, this is wow. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. I let this man ask me 1,000 questions and very, very, very bad. I guess he ran. I guess they all ran. I guess they don't want it.
Here. You ain't running.
I guess they don't want
it. Yo, Qanath, cut it out, man. You're asking me dumbass shit.
What you think you asked me? You asked me some dumb questions.
All right, so watch this, Naphtali. Watch this, Naphtali. Naphtali, you telling me that the Bible questions was dumb, and I'm reading it from the scripture? You were reading it from the scripture? Are you now saying that those are some dumbass scriptures? I knew I'll get you.
No,
because I didn't come to you with my own.
No, you saying that your science is dumb. This is your science.
No. Let's get back to what you just said. You said I asked you dumb questions, and everything I asked you come out of the Bible, Naphtali.
You're deflecting, and you're not doing a good job.
All right, let me get over there to Ankn, because I want to talk to Ankn and make sure. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get him to come
handle it yourself. You got to run, right? You're running.
No, I'm not running. I'll see you next week with part 2 if you're not scared. I'll see you next week.
Oh, you'll see me next week, right? Yeah. What's all this stuff about this female and all this stuff about females? They're utilizing women teaching and all that kind of stuff. What's up with that?
Say that again.
What's up with you saying you guys got this woman out here teaching? What's wrong with that?
I don't think anything wrong with it. What I was saying, according to their teachings in the Bible, is that Timothy said a woman is not allowed to teach. So why would Qanath bring his champion in front of wolves like that? In front of wolves, knowing that we tear shit up over there.
Wolves, you guys are puppy. You guys are cubs.
That's right.
Ain't no wolves.
Wow.
You cubs.
Ain't no wolves over there.
And I got that motherly instinct. I know how to handle cubs. You know what I'm saying? I got the motherly instinct. I can handle cubs. But my thing is that Judah, you guys in the chat, won't y'all hit the link? Come on. Come on, hit the link.
All that Judah talking, get in here. So Sarnetta, let me ask you a question real quick, my dear brother. Right?
Yes.
Why is y'all paying cowards? Why y'all? I'm sorry, Qanath, go ahead.
No, let me ask you a question, right? Because you believe in nothing, right? Correct?
What is you doing, man?
Look at you.
Hey,
we can hear you calling somebody.
Hear you.
Are you calling?
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
We hear you calling.
He's phoning a friend. That's a lifeline.
No, all right. What you were saying, Qanath?
I have that effect on people. I had Garfield doing that too.
Go ahead. What you calling Uncle? Qanath, I'm waiting on you.
No, what I'm saying is you're a believer in nothing. No, yeah, you're a believer in nothing, right?
All right, Qanath, I would say to answer your question, brother, it is better to know than to believe. And so when you believe in things that you don't understand, like Naphtali, like you, like damn near all of the Hebrews out there, you tend to look like a fool and make a fool of yourself. And so when you are able to say, you know what, I don't believe, I'd rather know. And so if you don't know, then you continue to do research and study so you can know.
Right. So now, hold on.
So no, I don't believe in nothing. It's better to know it instead of believe.
Right. So now, but so what you did, see, I'm gonna tell you, that's why I say I play chess, and I'm gonna whip your ass in a chess game and whip your ass right now on FOPE.
All right, let's go. Whip my ass.
I asked you a question setting you up. You said you don't believe you know. So the question that you said you know, I'm gonna come back and ask you once again. You said we all have a common ancestor. So you know, you don't believe, you know. So I'm asking you, who is that know and that common ancestor that you know that we come from? You know.
Okay, now for the slow gases like you, Qanath, let me answer the question. That's the same thing like saying, what is Ma'at? Where does Ma'at come from? Nobody knows. Let me finish, brother. Nobody know where Ma'at come from. Ma'at is just exists. What is wrong with you? The common ancestor just exists. We know I know that we come from this one life source, this energy. Now you asking me, so what is it? Where it come from? Bro, I don't know that. I don't know that.
Well, hold on, brother. Now you just cut yourself.
Let me finish. Hold on. So therefore, that's what makes me more intelligent than you, because I'm able to tell you I don't know. None of y'all up here, I never heard y'all say them words. I don't know. Y'all know every goddamn thing over here. But I'm more intelligent enough to say I don't know, so I don't sound like a goddamn asshole like many of you.
Go ahead, Naphtali. Well, I will. You know what? I will say I don't know why y'all are so damn ignorant. Right? I don't know why y'all so goddamn ignorant.
No, you can't fuck with me, Qanath. I'm a better chess player than you, bro.
Yeah, you think so? Go ahead, Neff. And he won't come over here after we invite him. He don't want to come over here. Naphtali chat waiting on him. Go ahead, Neff.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of disappointed because I thought we would have had some people up here that wanted to, want to bang and battle.
Well, Uncle's live right now on Sonetta University.
Oh, he on Sonetta University.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't want to hear that power. We didn't came on Sonetta University. We didn't came on Black News 102. All of it. He didn't bring his pseudo ass over here and get this work like he said he would.
How convenient. He goes live. We told him we was going live, and we told him we was calling them out. We did promotion. We let him know, and now he's over there live conveniently. Nesting. I'm not going over there. He needed to come over here and be.
Well, I tell you what, Naphtali, if you give me a date, I will make sure Unc be there. Give me a date. In the top.
I already had a date. We did it today. Why he didn't show up today?
No, it wasn't a debate today. You was doing your show today. Now, if you want to do a debate, a one-on-one, that's different. We can stream it here.
Making excuses. Bring his ass. Oh, nah, hold on, Sonetta. Ass over here right now. Stop making excuses. This is the real lead. This is the big leads. And you know what? You got the big leads over here, but folk don't FOPE around. We over here right now. New school of thought. Bring his ass over here right now. Sit down. Get up or shut up. That's what you got to do. Get up or shut up. See, what they doing, they didn't put the cape around your ass, right? And we didn't cut your cape all up. You falling. You falling, right? Superman ain't making over here on FOPE, baby. Right? So right now, what you can do, fly away, flea, fly. I'm just messing with you, sir. But hey, real
it's
talk.
All good. It's all good.
None of them over here, man.
I'm getting ready to curse out. I'm getting ready to curse out your girl Star. Yo, I'm getting ready to curse out your girl Star.
No, don't do that because they talk.
Well, she in the chat calling me all kind of bitches. So why you ain't telling her don't do that? She in the chat calling me all kind of bitch ass niggas.
No, she said you bitching. She didn't say you're a bitch. She said you bitching.
Yeah, well, bitching. And she said my fuck man was on live. Like that ain't my fuck man. You don't think that's disrespect to me? And this supposed to be a woman, a lady? I don't know. This is how your ladies act? That supposed to be Israel, Qanath?
But Sonetta, come on, brother.
How many times talk like that to me?
But Sonetta, come on. You know how many?
No, I'm just asking you a question. Is this how you teach over here? This how you teach your women over here, brother?
Teach what?
What the girl is talking about?
She said, yo, I would love for you to state my name only for some fuck loud and nigga. What's up, cuz? Listen, brother, why I don't pay attention to the comments on that. They've been going on me hard body over there. Like they went hard body. They called me ignorant, stupid, dumbass, all that shit over there just the other night. I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing, brother. I seen you and JJ go hard body one another, man. You said, JJ, you gonna bring your bitch ass back over here. Sure enough, he did. You know, so we over here having fun, man. Don't worry about what people say in the comment section, man. Don't worry about that.
This the hot seat over here. This how we get down over here. You can't stand the heat. Get out the kitchen then. That's how it is.
Okay, I got you.
Ain't nobody call you like no F. I can't say on my channel shut down.
Naphtali, remember that because I'm gonna get that sound bite, Naphtali. I'm gonna get that.
You know what you tell me all the time.
I'm gonna get that sound bite, Naphtali.
Your comment section, they hate me. Your comment section.
Oh, they already talking mad shit about Neff, the champ. That's right. They talk mad stuff.
Yeah, that's right, Weezy. They disrespected me. They disrespect me all the time over there. You got somebody right here talking about I'm a pseudo and all that, so that's cool. I just don't look at the comments.
They call Naphtali dumb, stupid, that broad, that female. But so you know what? This is what we do over here.
I hear you, man. I hear you. But
hey,
Naphtali,
I'm glad you came over like you said the end of the day, man. Your boy didn't. Your boy didn't. He ain't come over, man.
Yeah,
he ran. He a coward.
Hey,
Sam, play this. Hey, Sam.
I already heard the song, but I heard it. Man. I heard it, man, at the beginning.
You a dummy, right?
I heard
it. Is it a fact?
Huh?
Is it a fact, brother?
No.
Is it a fact?
No, it's not. Qanath, you scared to get in the ring. I got somebody for you, Qanath.
Hey, Naphtali, share your screen with Unc said about science real quick. Not what I played. What Unc said about science and the definition of what science is supposed to be about.
Okay, let me get that because Sharsham had it for me. I gotta go. I
already heard it. Qanath, I heard it.
No, but what was his definition of science, Sonetta?
I heard what he said, brother.
Yeah, he said the science don't deal with facts. 1 + 1 is science, math, right? That's a fact. But he said science don't deal with facts. It deals with assumptions and it don't deal with facts. So how can you believe somebody who don't deal with facts? I'm a man, you're a man. That's a fact. Naphtali, a woman, an educated woman, a smart woman, been tearing countrymen their ass up for a long time. That's a fact.
Well, now you stupid. You setting this girl up FOPE, like crazy, bro.
Yeah, this is FOPE over here. You
really
know that.
Gassing Naphtali up, knowing that
ain't no gas.
Nobody.
I already spoke with Unc for 8 hours. We already had babe. We already spoke to each other. It was nothing.
Fact, man.
It's still on my channel. It's there. Him and his woman. Whatever.
Okay, in closing, while you finding that, in closing,
I'm getting ready to share it right
Qanath
now.
haven't been on. Oh, you got it? Okay, you share it real quick. Then I'm gonna say something. Then I'm gonna let my guest say something in closing. So this is what your boy got to say.
Go ahead and play it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
That's crazy. Science is not a belief. Like we're sitting here not even understanding science. Science works with approximations. Science is not interested in finding the truth. Science is not interested in finding
Pause it. He says science is not interested in finding the truth outside Netta. He said science is not interested in finding out the truth.
Yo, you're a little slow. You don't understand what he means.
Okay, tell me what that means. Science not interested in finding out the truth.
I'm having problems with my internet.
You know, when you hear them dogs in the background, that's them turkeys that he talks about, son. He says science is not interested in finding out the truth. But he said my internet is acting up and he jumps off. His internet never acts up.
They want you to come.
Go ahead, wind it back and let it play. We're gonna close out on that because he said this internet acting up. Sorry that I don't believe that.
With your beliefs, that's crazy. Science is not a belief. Like we're sitting here not even understanding science. Science works with approximations. Science is not interested in finding the truth. Science is not interested in finding the truth. We will leave that for all individuals around planet Earth, and they all claim to have the truth. So approximations, it's approximate. It leaves room.
Science is not interested in finding out the truth. So just believe, have a belief, an assumption, a religion. Go ahead now. Oh, Don.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You see, they're not interested in the truth, because the truth hurts. They don't like what the truth has. And a lot of people, I coin myself and I tell people I'm a truth seeker. I'm about the truth. I'm all about the truth. So help me God, right? That's what I'm about. I could care less about opinions. I could care less about an approximation. I can care less about an estimate. I can care less. I don't know why you would want somebody to tell you something that's an estimate, a possibility. I don't know why when you need to. I mean, I think that's why we're in the situation that we're in today is because nobody really wants to hear the truth. Everybody just want to hear something that's similar or close to it, but not the truth because it hurts. It hurts too much. But Shalom, K. Judah, you in the building?
Big salute, family. Great presentation, my sister. Elder Qanath, big salute,
I
brother.
see you up there. Shalom, Uncle Don P.
Uncle Don, big salute. Shorsham, big salute, family.
Shalom to the family. Shalom to the family.
Go ahead, King Judah. I ain't seen you in a minute, baby brother. I've been doing some stuff I'm gonna tell you at the end of the show, but go ahead, holler at me.
Oh no, I'll be asking about y'all all the time when I talk to Shorsham. Yeah, he be telling me that you handling business, and I just pray the Most High bless everything you touch, brother.
Man, we trying, man. Most High bless, hope Most High will, he will. What you think about the hypocrisy?
Well, like I always say, I'm not a historian. Shorsham and Naphtali, I always give them big props and big salutes for always going deeper and down that rabbit hole. Everything my sister brought forth about the 6,000 years is absolutely correct. When she read Job chapter 40, that is talking about dinosaurs, because there's no other animal on earth who has a tail like a cedar tree. And if you know what a cedar tree look like, they very humongous. And then one of the animals, he say he believe he can drink the Jordan River. There's no animal that can drink the Jordan River. So everything she brought forth was facts, because we know that the Most High gave us 6,000 years starting from Adam. He gave us 6 days, but one day to the Lord is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So he gave us 6,000 years, and we're approaching that 6,000 years. So she always bringing facts. And one thing I noticed is that by her being a woman, if she didn't have no knowledge, nobody wouldn't be coming up against her. So she should be proud of the fact that the information she brings forth, it's a lot of truth, and people just can't handle the truth. And she's a woman bringing that truth. And that's why I think she get a lot of heat, because when she over there on Sinetta, I be listening in the background. They disrespect my sister, and he don't stop them. But then he worrying about somebody saying something about him in the chat, but they disrespect Naphtali all the time, calling her a broad. I mean, all type of disrespect for things, man. And this a sister. And he don't say, hey, anybody in the chat disrespecting Naphtali, get him out of here. He don't do that. So great presentation, my sister. My F.O.P.E. family, like Elder Qanath said, we be bringing the fire over here. And, a lot of people just can't handle Naphtali's knowledge. That's just the truth, man.
Damn right.
Thank you so much, K. Judah, for that. I truly appreciate that. You on point. The 6,000 years thing is, I know it's not very, it's not a whole lot of people to hear you, co-sign it. It means a lot, because, not too many people are very aware of it. So it's nice to hear, nice to know. And thank you so much for your support. And yes, I tell them all the time, your audience don't like me. He tell me this the big leads, toughen up, get your skin, toughen up your skin. But when he come over here, the little things that we say, he ready to run out. Little things, people, one comment in the chat, he ready to go. So, you know, it just goes to show you.
So I'll let it be all right, man. He be all right. He had to do that because he saw that fire was kicking his ass, and his boy left him out there to hang dry, right? So I'm gonna say, I know you listening, right? You say you deal with loyalty, right? But you see my brothers and sisters over here, I ain't been on my channel in a minute, but they right here spring by yourself and got your butt kicked, and your boy that was talking all that smack left you out there high and dry, left you out there on the high rope on the tree to hang. You got hung, right? Because your science said you're not interested in knowing the truth. See, but our Bible tells us the truth shall make what? Us free. That's what the Bible tells us, right? So your boy over there believing in theories, assumptions, right? We're going to keep him right there. And his God, his gods.
Right? And can I say one more thing, Naphtali? When you get a chance, my sister, please, when you get a chance, read 1 Corinthians chapter 14. Start at verse 1. Read all the way down to the last verse. What you're going to find out is that there was a lot of problems going on in the church way before you get to Timothy. Paul came to the church of Corinthians. They was teaching tongues. They was teaching different doctrines. The women was doing certain things. The men was doing certain things. When you read that whole chapter, you're going to find out that Paul asked the question. Paul was not the one who made the statement that said women are not allowed to teach. When you read 1 Corinthians 14, the men in the church was saying a woman shouldn't teach. And then Paul said, what? With a question mark. He said, did the truth come to you? No, he said, did the truth come from you and to you only? Yeah, that's why Paul said, let all things be done in decency and order. When you get to Timothy, to keep confusion down in the church, that statement was made, but you have to go back way before you get to Timothy. Read 1 Corinthians 14, the whole chapter. You're going to find out some things in that chapter that there was a lot of confusion going on in them churches. And to get order, certain things had to be set in place. But the Most High always used women from the Old Testament. You had women prophetess, women judges, had women ruling. You know, you even had Josiah, who was a king, went to a woman to get an answer from God. So if he don't use women, why would he use them, then get to the New Testament and say he's not going to use them no more? It just don't make no sense. He always used women. From the old to the new, Paul had women in the ministry. You know, so this is a lie with this women can't teach. And man, the Most High poured out his spirit on his sons and his daughters. So if they can't use the knowledge that he gave them, what are y'all talking about? He poured out his spirit on his sons and his daughters to prophesy. To prophesy, you need some knowledge. So what are y'all talking about? A lot of y'all don't understand the Bible. And you don't take your time to really eat it and seek it. So you make statements like, oh, woman, you jump straight to a scripture, one verse. Look, woman can't teach. But I bet you won't go read 1 Corinthians 14. Paul didn't make that statement.
Hey, King Judah, how about this? All of Israelites that say that, how about this? Let's take Esther out the Bible and see where we be at.
Right.
Okay. Let's take Esther out the Bible and see where Israel be at.
Right.
Right.
She saved the whole nation.
Thank you.
Through the spirit of the Lord, she saved the whole people. But the Most High don't use women though. We got Hilda. Moses' sister was a prophetess. To be a prophetess, you need knowledge. We got Deborah. She was a judge. They came to this woman to get answers from the Most High. A lot of y'all just hate your sisters, man. That's just the truth. And don't let them have some knowledge. Oh, well, that hate gonna intensify. Man, what's she doing talking? Man, they got women on the panel talking. Oh, no, I can't rock with these, brother. They got women talking. Women was talking back in the biblical day. What you mean? Come on.
You know what's so funny though? They say they hate the Israelites, right? They hate the ones that say, "Oh, y'all don't let the women speak." But then, when our women speak over here, it's not that we don't let or we get them permission. God gave them permission. The Most High.
That's right.
Okay? So when the women speak on FOPE and New School of Thought, now you want to get on the same back as the one, not, I ain't gonna say all One West, but some of these guys say the women can't speak. You can't have it both ways. So then when I come to realize, it's not about the woman, or y'all let women speak. It's not about what we saying. It's our God they hate.
Mm-hmm.
It's our God they hate. It's our power they hate. So whatever way we go, the brothers who say the women can't speak, oh, you're against the women. You're against the women. And then we let, or so-called let the women speak. Why you letting her speak? Why you letting her speak? Satan, we know who you are. So all you conscious community that talked all that fire, the chat is open. Come over here. Forever hold your peace. That word troll is real.
Told you about it.
It's real. Y'all love typing on that thing, but you won't come over here and face the system.
You can't help yourself.
Y'all let her ran. It is what it is. Sis, go ahead.
Yeah, unfortunately, Unc is live right now and he's talking about us over there.
Oh, that's all right. That's a coward. That's a coward.
Yeah,
and I hope he's
they
showing
showcasing us right now on the live.
Good,
instead
coward.
of hitting the link.
Coward.
Instead of hitting the link.
Yeah, you're a coward.
And,
hold on. You're a coward. You're a coward. You go on Sarnetta, right? You go over there, coward, right? You said she's a public enemy number one, coward, right? You and your minions, but you won't come over here and face her one-on-one. You won't do it, but you do. You run to safety, right? You run with a bed where the covers are warm to cover your coward ass, right? You run behind your doors where you can lock it, right? But you won't go out in the field. You won't be a gladiator, right? You won't step in the real lion's den like a man. But what you do, you run for support, right? You want somebody to put a pamper on your ass, coward. You're playing that, right? You want somebody to baby you. Help, help. The putty cat is chasing me. Get your coward ass over here like you said you would. But what you do, you run behind the keyboard for protection. Sarnetter, go over on FOPE and protect me, Sarnetter. Let me go on your platform, Sarnetter, and mute everybody so I can talk. Oh, I'm not going over there because I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I want to stay at home field advantage. But what Naphtali do? The champ, she goes on all platforms as that strong Black Israelite woman, right? She goes on, like Sarnetta says, the toughest channel or the real lion's den or the real house of conscience, the toughest thing by herself. She goes into the questioning. All this on the channel by herself. Take all the criticism by herself, but you're a punk. Yeah, I said it. Straight punk. A sister got more kahootas than you. More kahootas than you. Where she would go on a channel where she's not favored. Where she is standing up in a community where a lot of them say women don't supposed to speak. And she brings the knowledge and say, what? If I'm wrong, I sit down, challenge me. But what you do? I'm going to go on my channel. Come over here, press the link. Come over here. Punk ass.
Yeah, and I want to share something. I want to share exactly what you're saying because I want to show the receipts because we got the receipts and I'm going to show you the receipts, how I pulled up on their channel by myself on pseudo killers by myself. And you can see the screen. This is right here. I pulled up and you can hear what Cube had to say. This Cube talking.
Don't give away excuse. You're not running over the show, nigga. We're not doing it, sir. Let me talk, sir. I'm trying to talk, sir. No.
I'm trying to tell you somebody is in the chat. I'm trying to tell you somebody is in
nigga.
there's a pseudo in the chat. Why the fuck we arguing with each other when we can get a pseudo?
We not. I don't want to get a pseudo up here. Give him the link. I want you right now because you work for this pseudo. At least I know they pseudo.
I'm trying to you. Yo, there's this.
Don't run.
Hey, drop the link. Hey, drop the link,
Chef. That's Tuesday. Why is he drinking on Tuesday night?
No, bro, chill, bro. You tripping on this drinking shit, bro. Bro, there's a sister. Bro, there's a sister in the chat. There's a sister in the chat.
You'll be dropping the link.
You niggas is, bro, please, man. You niggas be. Y'all see what y'all do is y'all try to illuminate dumb shit.
Go ahead, man.
Okay,
I can't have fun, so no more drinking jokes.
No, bro, you can do it as much as you want. I don't give a fuck about that, bro. I'm still on my shit. Now we got a sister, Naphtali. She's in the joint. Drop the link up.
He already dropped the link. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Nah, nigga, he just dropped it. Nigga, I'm watching.
Sleepy. AB, what you say?
But all right, yep, that was me. Right there. I was in the chat and I came on.
To your channel. Go ahead, sis.
I came on and I took them all on by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna, but you saw that. And the thing is that he couldn't even come over here. I'm so disappointed. It make me not even want to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't even come over here with us for a second. Like, these people is crazy. Like, this is interesting. And like Sanetta, he's emotional. He's like, oh, your people in your comment section are treating me this way. And then you see he had to share this live on another channel, but not actually hit the link. Interesting. I am very.
Hey, Q won't come on. But hey, look, hey, Naphtali, Q won't come on. He says, "Where's the edification at?" Edification is showing what a coward is. That's edification.
Hey,
Naphtali. Even though I don't believe over half of what Naphtali teachers say, I do respect her more than Qanath any day. Coward. What? Who is this person in the chat? Hit the link then. Hit the link and see what Qanath can do.
Why they never hit the link? Why do they not ever hit the link?
Go ahead, KJ. Say what you gotta say.
No, why they don't hit the link? But I want to give my sister Naphtali a go-to scripture for any one of y'all Israelite men who will see her doing her thing, and you say a woman don't supposed to be teaching. So Naphtali, I'm gonna do what they do, so you can know how they get down. So I'm gonna manipulate the scriptures like them real quick. Then I'm gonna tell you, when you read down, you're gonna see that Paul was asking a question. So this is what they do. Look, 1 Corinthians 14, and I'm gonna start at verse 33. It say, "For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, and in all the churches of the saints. Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also said the law." Right? And they stop right there, right? Watch this. When you keep reading down, let's see if Paul is asking a question or is he making a statement? Because a question mark means you asking something. So let's see. So verse 35. "And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husband at home. For it is a shame for a woman to speak in the churches." Look what Paul say. Paul say, what? "Came the word of God out from you? Or came it unto you only?" Paul is asking a question. He wasn't saying this. They were saying that in the churches. So when you get to 1 Corinthians, when you get to Timothy, you got to answer this first. Who made these statements in his churches? Because Paul is the one who wrote Corinthians, and there's a question mark on what? And there's the question mark when he asks, did the word of God come from you? So for all you Israelite men, deal with this right here. Who is this asking this question right here? This is Paul, man. So Paul never said that it is not permitted unto women to teach. The men in the churches were saying that. That's why he asked this question. Did the truth of God come from you? Did you get the word? Did the word come from you? Or did it only come to you only? But if you keep reading, then he let you know. He say, "If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge the things that I write unto you." So Paul is letting it be known that, hey, hold on, whoa. What y'all doing? The things I write unto you come from the Lord. So whatever I'm writing to you, that's what need to be going on in each church, not what y'all think. Let me keep going. He said, I write unto you the commandments of the Lord. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophesy, and forbid not to speak with tongues. Let all things be done in decency and in order. It was a lot of confusion going on, family. That's why they never read the whole chapter. They just jump to one verse. They go to another one verse. They manipulate the scriptures. They tell women, you got to shut the hell up. But that ain't really what the Bible's saying, fam. That's why I tell people, read for yourself, man. Because you can't be manipulated listening to other men manipulate scriptures and one line. I call it one line in the scriptures, meaning that they would take one line and they'll tell a woman, you see right here, you can't talk. But if they keep reading down, they're going to see Paul was not making that statement. He was asking a question. A question mark means a question. And he got two question marks. What? And did the word of God come to you only? So that's my sister go-to for any of you manipulators.
Thank you. I truly appreciate that. I'm putting that in my arsenal. Thank you.
And now, hey, brother, love you, brother. I haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Pick up that 415 because we need to talk. It's a lot of stuff going forward in 2023. I'm gonna leave it at that. Naphtali, baby, did you get the y'all get the package? Because I talked to SL the other day, and he said he hadn't gotten it yet. And if y'all haven't gotten it, I need to do a postal track so I can make sure it gets to you.
Let me say something real quick, Pete. Let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
This is very important. See, a lot, like somebody said something about going off the coward and whatever, and I'm not going to take it personally. But let me say something real quick, man. I got love for black people, right? I'm 53 years old. Most high will be 54 in a couple of months. My mother died when I was 9 years old. I ain't meet my father till I turned 32. I lived in a house with like 8 or 9 children, 4 adults, 2-bedroom apartment, sold drugs, right? They used to make us hide drugs, fight all the time for food, pill the post. I was in different homes, right? I had cardboard in my shoes, all right? We didn't have no TV. I didn't get a TV until I became a teenager. All right. I used to have to sleep in a bathtub because roaches and rats would run across our chest coming up. Right. And all type of activities that I care not to mention coming up as a young man. Right. But my mother told me something before she died when I was 9 years old. She said, you know what? You're going to be a God-fearing young man. You're going to be a young man, a smart young man, and you're going to be married and take care of your children. And when she said that, I didn't believe her. But when she died at 9, I kept her dream alive. Married 23 years. Got all my children with me, even in a previous relationship, one custody of him, right? I respect myself and respect others. I fear God. And she was right about this, a very handsome man. You know, I went out in the streets, right, fed the homeless, right? Shawshank was my witness to that, right? Shawshank will tell you this. And I just say, Shawshank, how many people I let live in my household?
A lot.
Did I charge them rent? See, you the motherfucking cowardly God. And I let people live with me that I didn't even know. Backstab me, right? But I still stood my ground because I loved them. Went out in the streets and taught what I thought was right, and some of it was wrong. But I went out there. Sham was my witness, got in fights, pepper sprayed, Police attacked us. Affiliated with all kind of stuff. And I'm still here through guys like you or women like you that saying I'm a coward, that will clout chase, make videos on me, talk about my wife, my children, put videos up on my wife and children, and I have not stopped, nigga. And I'm still here. Where's your channel? And I'm gonna tell you what I've been doing because I ain't been off. I haven't been on for a while. But right now, I'm me, Naphtali, and others, and Don P, and a whole bunch of us doing some shit that y'all would never do. Y'all would never do because I had faith in the Most High.
What happened, Qanath?
Right? I have connections all over the world where we building, right? Buying land. Naphtali, you want to speak on a little bit?
What, Qanath, what happened?
And what we're doing. You niggas ain't doing that. Y'all is on clout chasing.
What happened, Qanath?
No, some coward tomorrow. I'm a coward. Somebody tomorrow, I'm a coward. Naphtali, you want to speak a little bit, then I'm going to let y'all go. You still here, my brother. Damn right. I'm still here. These are my children, right? My daughter, 23 years old, makes 6 figures. How many of y'all niggas make 6 figures?
Yeah, we definitely got plans. We got plans. You know, we talking about buying land, developing, you know, getting out of this country, moving on to bigger and better and greener pastures. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to it.
And guess what? It's not easy. Even our own set, we disagree with each other. But Qanath trying to be a leader and trying to make all of us agree on something. What you niggas doing? Working at McDonald's? Arguing with your brother and sister? Is God real? Is it not real? YouTube. You over here. I'm gonna tell you how much of clout chasing you are. I'm a coward, but you over here watching this coward. Go lay down with your woman, nigga. Because if I don't like you, that's what I'll be doing.
Right.
And I realize a lot of you people watch us, a lot of y'all mentally ill. And I'm praying for you. A lot of you ill. But you saw your champion, and I don't dislike Sarnetta. Right? I used to talk shit about him. I don't dislike him because he don't believe in God and all that. God. But one thing I will say about him, he speak a lot of shit that I don't like. Right? But he real about his shit. I will say that he real about it. He gonna tell you how he feel. He gonna tell you how he feel. A lot of you guys, y'all sneaky. He gonna tell you straight up. He gonna cry. Oh yeah, somebody talked about me. Well, goddamn, they talk about me too. And he gonna get over it. And if he don't, that's on him. But I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I've been doing what I'm gonna do, and none of y'all gonna stop me. Not one of you gonna stop me from doing what I want to do. So you can say I'm a coward, I'm a punk, I'm a agate, all whatever you want to say. But what you eat don't make me shit. I'm married, happy, and everybody on this, what y'all can see right now on this line, I love them. They know I love them. Point blank period. So all y'all, you cowards. I hope you pressing this, nigga. You ain't doing nothing for your people. You tell them believe in science, and you ain't doing shit. Nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing but arguing back and forth on YouTube, trying to make a little bit of dollars. We doing some real shit over here, folks. Trust that, and you're gonna see it. Watch. Watch.
Qanath, come on, Qanath. Hey.
Elder Don P, hold on.
Go ahead, Sam.
Shalom, most high bless too. Everybody, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Man, King Judah going live 9:30. CUC family on the King Judah channel. King Judah, drop your channel in the
I got you.
chat. Everybody, please tune in. We'll be discussing the 12 tribe chart tomorrow, talking about Ephraim and Manasseh, and talking about the tribe of Dan and who really is the 12 tribes. It's going to be a beautiful discussion and presentation we bringing out tomorrow on King Judah's platform. Make sure y'all there tomorrow, 9:30. Me and King Judah will be talking about the 12 tribe chart. And yeah, man, and whoever, talking crazy, man, like I said, at the end of the day, even if y'all pushing a doctrine or telling people don't believe in a God, I want somebody to show me how being an atheist or not believing in a God or whatever fix your life, change your life, and made you a better person and help you get your people out of the condition that we in today. How is it changing you for the better? Because like I said, I haven't seen that from anybody who's a so-called atheist. So,
Sure.
yeah, go ahead, John P.
All these kind of things is very personal for me. Because when you touch the blood of my blood and the flesh of my flesh, we got a problem, and that's my niecey right there. I hugged up on her and her husband and her covering. They're my folks. You understand what I'm saying? It's a difference when you take things from cyberspace into physical life. These are people that I developed a relationship with over time through social media, and then by the grace of the Most High, we were blessed to press flesh. Hey, it becomes a whole different game. Matter of fact, I'm about to open the camera up because this is real for me. I love these people. These are my people. I can't wait to get out there on the East Coast, man, and see what, with y'all, man. And it's a lot of whole cross-sectional stuff that needs to be done in this year of 2023, because we need to prepare for what these demons are talking about doing in 2025. But they gonna come earlier because they demons. So they gonna come earlier than what they're saying. And we got to get prepared for that. And my darling Naphtali knows what I'm talking about in terms of how they coming at us. They came at us, in 2019, in 2019 through, what was that, 2022? Yeah, the end of this year. I mean, now we're seeing the results. But they coming at us harder, and they already told us how they coming at us. And we need to be, man, let me tell you something, man. All of those who are Yah-fearing and who are given certain offices, remember the diversity of gifts? All those who are given their places when they're speaking the truth. Yes, sir.
Let me interrupt this for a second, but excuse me, please. Let me say this real quick, because my home is your home, brother, and I love you too. And I love everybody here. I'm gonna let Naphtali close out. And I go on that conscious community side because I really had love for my people. And I say my people, I'm not Christ, Yahawashi, Yeshua, anything. I say my people because I consider people that go through the same struggle, my people, and that's Black people. Okay. But y'all going to see we doing something, right? Christ worked, right? Marcus Garvey worked. Okay. Farrakhan worked, right? So there's going to be a lot of people that's acting like they working, but ain't working. King Judah, when I get our stuff over there, you got a home in the family. Everybody in the CUC family got a home where we go. Right? Everybody F.O.P.E. got it. So all you people, y'all, if y'all still watching us over there, y'all keep following Ankn, believing that you come from a damn grapefruit. Right? You keep doing it while he's down in Florida snitching, Right? Y'all keep following him, or we the pseudo killers. Right? Telling y'all to take the jab. Right? Telling y'all to believe in theories and saying theories make things come to facts. Y'all keep believing that shit. You keep dealing with people who cursing you out and all that type of stuff. But our Bible tells us, blessed be the peacemaker. We want peace. But when y'all see what we do, and I hate to tell all y'all this, and I'm going to say it right now because even my circle don't know this, so I'm just going to say it. When we make that move, another direction going to be taken, not away from the Most High, because we're going to always do that. Right? But dealing with certain people, going back and forth, debating all that stuff, that's not dealing with Qanath and folk no more. Not with me. Because we're going to be about solutions. Following the Most High and doing what Christ did, fed them fish. We're going to feed you. We're going to feed you. If you want to be fed. And the only way you want to be fed is to follow the Most High. So enjoy what you're going to enjoy right now with this channel, but we're going to start something anew. Naphtali say new school of thought. We're going to start something new. Ain't going to be no more Qanath going back and forth with the camps like my dear brother Yehuda wanted me to do. I know y'all wonder, like, what happened to Yehuda? Man, Yehuda don't talk no more because he wanted me to keep beating up on camps. Man, that shit is dead. It's poison now. There's no more to keep doing that. You know, Tazari Ankn, he going to run his punk ass lammy back, pig back on what Unc said. Piggyback. Right, a bunch of little fat piggies.
Piggyback on what Unc said. What did he say?
Go look at the comment section on his on Unc Facebook. Look at the comment section. He piggybacked on it. Yeah, it's not just her. It's F.O.P.E. too. Piggybacked. Look at it.
Not just her. Really?
Yeah, not just you, but folk too. Look at the go look at it right now. You can share the screen. I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. On what? On what screen? On what? On Facebook?
On the screen where he said you the number one, you the number one target and all that shit.
Oh, Tazariak was in
there? Yeah. The old one West Eyes Piscay. Piggybacking on who don't believe in the Bible against his sister. King Judah?
Y'all gotta understand that these people are being uncovered. They're agents. COINTEL is like 2.0 up in here. For real.
It don't even matter.
And so it's just distraction.
Shan will tell you before I go. Shan will tell you they've been to my house, brother. I said, Shan. I said, what? I said, nigga, like this at damn age. I said, look. He said, man, I think you. I said, no, he is. I said, let's whip his ass. You know, they're gonna lock us up. You know, but we let him go. So it don't matter because what I said, you know what? And let me tell y'all something. It said, be humble as a dove, wise as a serpent. Right, and I took that because scripture also say it says this, and I'm letting never time to close. You too, King Judah, all of y'all. It says, "Don't tempt the ones that have the power to kill you." So I kind of fell back at some of the things I used to say because what y'all don't know that's listening, I done got death threats. Sam, no, from people I never even heard of call my phone, will send me pictures of themselves talking about they're going to kill me. This years ago.
They are.
So I kind of fell back, not out being a coward because I got a family. And there's some of I tried to find. That's just me. So I know what I'm dealing with, right? So when I fell back, you know, it lightened up, right? Certain people you cannot speak against. You just can't do it. And then you can, but you go too hard, they're going to come at you. So just be smart, be wise. Right now, all of us are going to die one day if the Most High don't come back in our lifetime. I would tell y'all this, serve the Most High and live your life to the fullest. Don't be an over-righteous Israelite. Don't be over-righteous anything. Live your life to the fullest. Follow what the Most High wants you to follow, but enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Go for a walk with your wife, with your husband. Go fishing with your sons. Take your daughter out, mothers. Do something. Then do something with a family. Go, like I say, feed the homeless. Listen to, I like bird watching. Listen to the birds. Go to the water, listen to the water. Enjoy your life. Don't take this so serious. Enjoy your life. You got people who don't want you to enjoy your life. I can deal with these niggas. Because I build and fuss with it. This is a hobby to me dealing with this shit. I get a kick out of it. Sham, I tell you, I get a kick out of it. It makes me laugh. That's why Sham, I'll be like, oh shit, Sham, we're gonna do some stuff tonight. Everybody gonna hear that crazy ass laugh you got. I ain't laughing tonight, and sure enough, he do that laugh. We had fun doing this. But enjoy your life, brothers and sisters. Enjoy. And when we go to Africa, we go in a few months, and we setting up there and other places. We're gonna see who's serious. Because we are. We are. And some of you who are not doing it, I know some of you not in the circle as far as what we'll be doing behind the scenes, but I guarantee you're gonna be with us. And King Judah, you one of them. I'll tell you that. Next time I let you close out. I'm let Don P give you 3 minutes. King Jr. give you 3. Then that's how you close out and we out of here. Don P, go ahead. 3.
You wrong. You know you're wrong. But no, I love you guys, man. And you know, for me, this is family, man. And when we actually get to like meet each other, it just deepens the ties and the love. And it's like, what would you, what wouldn't you do for family? And so I can't wait to really meet you brothers in person, because I love you in spirit. And honestly, you guys are closer to me than my physical family, man. Real talk. And so, I was going to talk about this other stuff, Sinette or whatever, but that don't really matter, man. Because the end of the day, the end sign that we are the true people that are under the covering of the blood of Yeshua Ha Mashayach is that we love one another, and that you didn't come from my mama and you didn't come from my mama's sister. I know you like this through the spirit. And I actually love you more. Hate to say it. Love you more than I love people that are born in the flesh. I'm the only one that's walking in this truth, man. And time is running short. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have the same experience that I have. But we're watching what's going on in the physical. And we're walking in the spiritual. We're going to have a lot of people run into us that's going to have a lot of questions. And we have to have our hearts open to receive those people, even the ones that didn't want to hear us when we were trying to tell them all along. And so, my brother Qanath, it's good to see you back in traction. Like I said, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Now we got to talk. And nephew K Judah, you just keep doing what you're doing. And I love y'all. To everybody in the chat, all the family in the chat. Hey, let the haters hate. Let the haters hate.
Love you too, brother. Yeah, mine gonna be quick. I just want to say big salute to my CUC family, my F.O.P.E family. I just want to tell Naphtali, my sister, keep doing what you're doing. Don't let nobody knock you off your square. Don't doubt what you're doing, because you're encouraging women to have a voice. That's another thing you probably don't know that you're doing. A lot of our sisters, they are scared to speak. They are scared to start channels. They are scared to have a voice because of the disrespect from the brothers. Be so fierce that a lot of our sisters who have a voice are afraid to speak. But you go on to different platforms and a lion's den. I'm talking about where the wolves are, and you are bold as a lion. So you're encouraging women to have a voice. You're encouraging women to speak and to bring forth knowledge. Because I just want to say this, man. If you was out and about, Naphtali, and somebody say, hey, go get your husband. So you mean to tell me if somebody was asking you about biblical things, you would have to tell him, hold up right quick, go all the way home, get your husband and bring him back, and let your husband edify the person when you have the knowledge to edify them? Sometimes you brothers just don't use common sense. Sisters can edify. Sisters can prophesy. Sisters can understand scripture. I know a woman right now, I'll put her up against any one of you Negroes. She that cold, and she's a woman, and she know the breakdown of the scripture. She understand prophecy. So Naphtali, keep doing what you're doing. Keep encouraging our sisters. Sisters, you have a voice. You don't have to be afraid. You got a lot of brothers that stand in the gap for y'all. A lot of brothers who are not disrespectful. A lot of brothers who ride with the sisters, and they don't put the sisters down. So I say big salute to you, brother, and big salute to Naphtali. Keep doing what you're doing. Do not doubt yourself, my sister. Even when you hear all the disrespectful things people are saying, they only doing that because you're bringing forth knowledge. If you wasn't doing nothing right, nobody wouldn't be worried about you.
Exactly.
So that right there should let you know you on point, because the way they come against you, and they can't even disagree with you and just disagree. It has to be disrespect behind the disagreement. So I just say big salute to my FOPE family. Big salute to my CUC family. Elder Qanath, I pray the Most High touch and bless everything that you're doing, brother. The FOPE family, everything you put your hands on, I'm praying that the Most High bless it, my brother. And I love y'all with the pure heart. Big salute.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Yes.
3 seconds, because y'all brought up Esther, and I wanted to bring up something real quick that's even closer. I look at my niece Naphtali, and I think about the book of Judith. And if y'all haven't read the book of Judith, she's a lot further along, closer to history to us than Esther. But look at the power of what a woman did in terms of the salvation of a nation, because we're dealing with the period of the Grecians. And if y'all don't know about the period of the Grecians, y'all need to go back in F.O.P.'s library or Naphtali's library and learn about that period, because it's very, very crucial as it relates to where we are today. Thank you, my sister and brother, for your graciousness in letting me speak.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, K. Judah, for those words. Thank you so much, Don P. And of course, Elder Qanath. Thank you all so much for giving a sister a voice, a platform. This is where I got my start. I came out with some information that people was like, what is she saying? But as always, guys, thank you all so much for coming out in the chat, coming out and hanging out with us and giving us your time, giving us your ear. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you, brothers up here, so much for giving your sister some love, protection, and, gratitude. And I appreciate it. We're just getting started. I'm having a good time. And I'm not going to hold you guys because I know it's late. So shalom and most high bless.
All right. Most high bless. Shalom. Hey, let me say this real quick to all my One West brothers, man. I love you. Right, all my conscious community, man, I love you. You know what I mean? Y'all just gotta stop being dummies, brother. For real, man. I love y'all, man. So with that, Hey, Unc West, baby boy, you want to play shit so much on your channel? You want to do a scream? Do a scream this right here, man.
I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy.
I ain't gonna do that to you.
I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. My IQ is low and my grades are crummy. I'm behind in arithmetic. My science project made me sick. I haven't learned much history because the book's too hard to read. Because I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I put garbage in my tummy. My diet's bad and my blood is dirty. I feel 60, but I'm 30. My wife's sweet, but I abuse her. Too bad she married such a loser, 'cause I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. Where I work, they treat me crummy. My mind has been destroyed. I'm unfit to be employed. I'm not psychotic or insane. I just have a big, fat, lazy brain. I'm a dummy.
With your belief. With your beliefs. That's crazy. Science is not a belief. Like we're sitting here not even understanding science. Science works with approximations. Science is not interested in finding the truth. Science is not interested in finding the truth. We will leave that for all the religions around planet Earth, and they all claim to have the truth. So